Alex, you want to bring us in, or should we just start? Should we just get straight to it?
Yeah, let's get straight
Last
to
week
it.
we got straight to Drake. It was a whole 2-hour pot-a-thon of just Drake.
Yeah.
But this week I want to get straight to you.
Straight to me?
Straight to you.
Like last week?
I want to
How
just get
sweet.
straight to it.
Straight to
Every
you.
week that we come in, I have to do my due diligence and making sure I understand what it is that you put on your body.
Talk to me. What's up, man?
Like, what? Give me the drip check.
It's a calm day today, my good friend.
Okay.
Free thugger. You know, I got a spider beanie on.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
That is his clothing brand.
Okay. All right.
That's his clothing.
I'm learning.
Free thugger. On the hoodie, we got barriers. I got Huey Newton on my body. I like barriers because they do a lot of black figures, historical black figures,
Icons and
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, they show
I love
love
that,
to
love
those.
that.
Common the pants, little off-white pants. R.I.P. Virgil. Yeah.
Oh, those is off-white? Why they black?
That was good.
Oh my
You
goodness.
all right? You on the board?
I thought off-white had like a signature, and I would never look at those and be like, oh, those are off-white.
See right there?
Yo, this is why
See?
I have to ask.
Because he wouldn't have told us.
I would have looked at this
calm.
outfit
It's calm.
and no disrespect.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
No disrespect.
It's fine.
I thought your fit was like $62 to combine.
I've mastered looking nice while people thinking it ain't nothing.
I like that.
He's on his
Like
Steve
those
Jobs.
Crocs are really hard to get.
Calm little
Like,
Salehi.
really hard.
Calm little Salehi Crocs.
Those
Yeah.
are Bad Bunny shits?
Yeah, they just might be.
Wait, are they? I don't think.
I don't know. He got a collab with Crocs.
He do?
Yeah.
Oh no, he don't got a collab with Kalehi.
No, not
okay.
homie right there, but with Crocs.
But yeah, thank you for inferring on me, my good
Oh, you
brother.
guys like mad.
Yeah, come on.
Gotta make sure you.
We called each other like, yo, what you? We
did
did
not.
though.
We did not.
What about me?
We did. We don't call each other.
We did.
We really don't.
Men don't do that though. You know, my closest friends, we don't have text message conversations or phone call conversations.
Y'all do FaceTime.
No, we don't.
You don't FaceTime your man?
No.
You guys just like talk in
The
person?
younger
Yes.
generation prefers FaceTime over
Yeah.
phone calls,
do.
and it
Yeah.
fucks me up.
They do.
I don't
hate
like it.
I hate
I'm not into
FaceTime.
it.
Yo, don't ever call me on FaceTime. Sorry, that was mad aggressive. But I just like don't like FaceTime. I don't know why.
Yeah,
You would think I like it, but I don't.
I don't know what that is. So there
know
was a
what
few
it is.
times where I would call my brothers, and they would like look at the phone mad weird before they pick up. Like, bro, just face. I'm like, I don't want to FaceTime
No, I
you, dog.
don't. And also,
weird.
it's like it's speakerphone.
It is.
Yeah, like you
I
can't
never
put it
thought
on
about
your
that.
ear. Like I don't know.
Y'all just
never
not
thought about that.
conceited and don't feel like y'all just don't look sexy in that moment.
I do think
So,
the iPhone
you
camera
know,
makes me look really ugly. I think that's why I hate FaceTime.
Really?
You don't think you look different on the FaceTime camera?
Can we settle something? Why is the Instagram camera better than the Apple camera?
Because the Apple camera does that thing when you take a picture, it flips your face.
Yeah,
hate that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And my face is not symmetrical.
That's true.
So when you flip my shit, I look like I got like half of my face
Like,
is paralyzed.
yo, no, me too.
Like
No.
I'm like I'm having a stroke.
No, look, my face looks-
Instagram don't do that. The iPhone camera really
Yeah.
be making my shit look like my shit is droopy on the
Yeah,
left.
my half my face is like slanted.
Yo,
Yeah.
why y'all self-deprecating
It's
like
the truth.
this?
You asked a question, I answered it honestly. What the fuck you
you're
want me
right,
to
though.
do?
But what is that called? Yo, somebody in the comments leave a comment on that. I don't understand why they haven't mastered the art of not flipping my picture after I take a picture with the camera.
But that's when I knew I couldn't be an actor.
Why?
That's the
funny.
day because my face is not symmetrical.
so what does that even mean?
You need a
Yo,
symmetrical.
what does that even mean?
Bro,
No, there's a study.
Unless there's only been one nigga with a non-symmetrical
Watch
face
this.
who's made it.
Watch this.
Who?
Sylvester Stallone. That's the only nigga
Can I ask you a question?
who could like talk with his right lip up. I can't even do that shit. But you get what I'm saying.
No, a lot of actors don't have symmetrical faces. You're thinking of modeling. You can't be a model without a.
You can't be beautiful
What?
without a symmetrical
Have
face.
y'all-
That's why my
That's
shit
not
ain't.
true.
Nah, dead ass.
That is not true.
Have y'all measured y'all faces in here talking about some, you gotta be symmetrical. Y'all don't even know what it's supposed to be. Have you measured your face?
I know when I take a picture on that iPhone camera and I look back at it, the left side look different from the right, and it's putting me in
That's
like
you.
That's like I thought about getting cosmetic surgery because
No,
Oh my
you
God,
didn't.
it's never
No,
that
the fuck
bad.
No,
you didn't.
legit.
No,
It's
you
never
didn't.
that
No, I'm lying. It wasn't cosmetic surgery. But I will tell you this, and then we can kind of get into this
Nigga
shit.
say he like a half moon.
So-
like what?
Your septum and your teeth play a big part in the symmetry in your face.
Okay.
So a lot of people have a deviated septum,
Yeah.
and they don't know.
It's like a majority of people have a deviated
Most
septum,
people
yeah.
do, and it blocks your airwaves, so it fucks up your breathing,
Yeah.
and it also fucks up your balance and the symmetry. There we go of your face.
So you saying they make you ugly?
It just make you look a little bit different, and you can't like be on the big screen because of it.
Nah, you could do it. Some
I'm
ugly
telling
people
you.
on the big screen.
Name 2.
I ain't gonna name him.
Nah, name 2.
No, I feel like a lot of.
I ain't gonna name him.
Name 2.
You ever saw White Boy Can't Jump, the original one?
Yes.
All right. I ain't gonna say nothing else.
You mean
You
white
said
man?
white boys or-
You mean white man?
Yeah, White Man Can't Jump.
White. Okay. You said white
I
boys.
was like,
my
what
fault.
movie is that?
Say
My
that.
fault. Oh, my
I have
fault.
no idea what
Nah,
we're
because
talking
some of them
about
boys could jump.
It's white men though.
My fault. Well, shout out to all of them.
All the white. Yeah.
Yeah,
alright.
y'all saw the original one?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
did.
Y'all know the main characters?
What about
Wesley
them now?
Yeah,
Snipes.
Wesley Snipes
Nah,
and
y'all
Woody
name-
Harrelson.
Y'all naming names.
Harrelson.
I'm not.
Yo, Karen, how you
shoot.
say this nigga name? Yo, that's racist.
Why you
I
ask
shouldn't
Karen?
you, but he be
don't-
knowing how to pronounce shit. Shout out to Karen.
Don't
That's my
ask
nigga,
Kieran
though.
because he white.
He just be fixing my language.
Got it.
That's all.
Got
it.
He fixed my enunciation on things. So that nigga Woody. Shout out to my nigga Woody.
Yo.
I worked with Woody before on a project.
Oh, word?
Super nice guy.
Salute to Woody.
He lives in like Hawaii. He's secluded. He
Right.
only leaves that island when it's time for him to work.
Oh,
he
so-
does a lot of projects.
So you say he don't show his face?
He doesn't have a laptop.
Don't be surprised. That's me one day, guys.
No laptop.
So he's off
no
the grid?
cell phone. It's hard to even get in touch with. I don't even know if I should say this. Like I might get fired. But yeah, shout out to Woody Harrelson.
So you saying he doesn't show his face until it's time to shoot a movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Till it's time to work. Get to the work. Shout out to Woody.
All right.
So which one of those guys you thought was ugly? Woody is Wesley Snipes.
I don't name names.
You don't name names?
I don't know.
This guy is fucking
know.
good.
When,
This
when
guy
we
is
said a
good.
name, he said we said it.
Yeah.
So I know who he's alluding to.
All right, pick one.
I'm not gonna say it. though.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. I got a bone to pick real quick before you get into your shit real quick over
do
there,
it.
SaVon. And it's with Regi.
Hey, finally.
I got a bone.
yes.
It's for
What?
all the dogs just dropped, right? I got a bone.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
what's it called?
What I
Don't do that.
do?
Don't do that.
Say it.
We not gonna get on this podcast and change the name of the album.
Don't rewrite history.
Word?
Do not.
What they call the album, SaVon?
Fat D.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
When
lie.
we talk about the Fat D, we gonna get into it and address it as such. That's what Drake made us do, so we're gonna do that and respect his wishes.
Interesting.
Fat D.
Right, P? Interesting. Almost 2 weeks, P, and I still ain't get that album. I've been looking for it in the title store,
He's in denial,
in the
it's okay.
Spotify store.
It sounds crazy if I say I'm gonna send it to you, but
Yeah.
you got it. It's in your phone.
That's what you gonna
It's-
send to me?
It's in your phone, bro.
Now,
It's
not say that's what you gonna send to me.
it's already there.
Now you gonna share it, right?
It's all.
You gonna share it?
It's already in your phone. But continue. Your beef with Reggie
Oh,
over
shit,
Fat
I
D.
thought I was
Nah,
like,
you ain't off the hook.
no, yeah. I was like, ooh, they're getting a little distracted.
Reggie, I didn't forget. Are you crazy?
What'd I do?
You was pressing us when SaVon and I walked into the studio, and it was over drink choices. You said,
Oh yeah.
a tequila cran is for who?
It's only for the bitches. And there's not a bone to it. I'll stand on it.
She
Yeah.
doubled down on
No,
it too. Like damn.
like this summer, me and SaVon had a wild summer. I don't know why. We were out together a lot,
were.
and every time he would go up to the bar and be like, "Yo, can I get a tequila cranberry?"
That's
that is his
okay.
go-to drink. I was like, SaVon, really?
Let me tell you something.
Like,
about-
I don't like.
You ever had a good tequila cran?
Yes, I like tequila crans.
Okay.
But you guys aren't allowed to.
Well, I'm not allowed to
You
have
guys
a
have to
tequila
order
cran.
old fashions like real men. Okay.
Get the no! I don't want
Please.
to drink that fucking motor oil. That shit,
The diesel
No.
fuel.
that diesel
Like,
fuel
look
and
what we
shit.
gotta do
You're
as
drinking
men.
a freaking
Look what we gotta do as men.
Cosmopolitan. Like,
What? A Cosmo? Yo, see, that was sauce.
That's
You
nasty.
now I'm drinking a Cosmopolitan.
yes, you are with a little
Yo,
lime. It's pink. Look at his drink. It's
Reggie,
pink.
put some respect on my
Yeah.
name, bro. What
But
am
like,
I
why
dead,
is that
bro?
like your go-to?
Because you
Wanna know
don't
why?
understand.
Cran,
See,
like-
this how I know you. Like, and let me
Alright,
not
come
even
on,
put it on
son.
you, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna speak to a general mindset.
Okay.
General mindset. When you a baddie, you get bottles,
Hello.
right?
Okay.
With the bottles, they only give you 2 options. They give you orange juice, pineapple. They give you 3. I'm sorry. Orange juice, pineapple juice, or cranberry.
Okay.
Hello.
I'm allergic to orange juice. The pineapple juice,
Wait,
the acid don't really
what?
sit well in my stomach.
Huh?
So by default,
Wait,
when I
what?
order the bottles of tequila,
This nigga's allergic to orange juice.
I am. I'm allergic to orange.
What?
Yeah, I don't drink that shit.
You like the pulp? You ever had the pulp, SaVon?
I just said I was allergic. Why would I
I'm
drink
saying,
the pulp? Why? I don't like the pulp.
Pete, for
Wait, are you
to-
actually
for you
allergic
to
or you just
know,
don't like it?
For
A little
him
bit
to,
of both.
for him to
So I'm
know.
allergic-
It's either like you
No,
are.
legit. I'm
Okay.
allergic to all fruit. I can't.
Wait,
Eat,
me too. We've never bonded over this. I'm
don't
actually
think so.
allergic. I'm allergic to apples.
I can't have any fruit at all. So orange juice is like the closest thing to the actual fruit juice.
Yeah, fruit juice.
Like apple juice is artificial as fuck.
Yeah.
Grape juice, all that shit is like bullshit. Orange juice is like made from real orange. I don't know what they do with the acid and the flavor. Like that shit is legit.
No, no.
Yeah.
I can't really drink orange juice
Wait,
because
so
of it.
what about when we go to brunch?
So when we go to brunch,
He just risked his health. And-
I get cranberry.
Oh.
I'm a cranberry's my default when I drink.
Feel
Okay,
bad.
okay,
That's why
okay.
he drinks cranberry.
When I
Okay, no,
go
but to
out-
your point, when you get the bottles for the that's your like
They only
reasoning,
get
right?
or Red Bull.
Okay,
they
but-
give you 4 options.
SaVon,
Red
are you a
Bull-
baddie?
When I'm with you, yeah. And
No,
we baddies
the
together.
bottles are for the girls, and then you go to the bar like a real man, order old fashioned.
Yo, fuck out of here.
I gotta spend double the money.
Yes.
So I'm supposed to be ordering like scotch and shit like that?
Yes, on the rocks.
Get the fuck out of here. You
No, but
agreeing
here's
with that?
SaVon. He goes to the bar. He's like, "Can I have a sex on the beach?" Like that's what it sounds like to
I've
me.
never
I'm gonna
done
be honest.
that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Cranberry got a little sour on
I'm
it.
kidding, guys. I like. This is all just. I'm kidding. Order
And then I
whatever you
get
want.
judged when I say I drink Hennessy.
Yeah, you're always gonna be judged for that.
So I either drink the drink that makes me sound like a bitch, or I
I didn't
drink
say that.
the drink that makes me not sound like a bitch.
Because you wanna know what it is, bro? Hennessy is the drink for the people who are not refined. We all had Hennessy at a point where it was like, yo, it was our go-to. We know
Would you say that to Nas?
Nah. Nas making money off that shit.
Would you say that to Nas?
During Hip Hop 50,
Oh, no,
Alex?
no,
Wow.
never
Not
me.
from the hip hop guy.
No, never me.
Not from you.
No. Ain't he making a bag off
Would you
that
say that
shit?
to Nas?
He making a bag off it, right?
Yeah,
I
he
think
just
so.
dropped like a special
I
edition
think
bottle.
so. No, he is.
I think so. I think so. I believe so. Would you say that to Cardi B?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Listen, Cardi. Let me shut up.
No, but she's more Bacardi.
No, she likes Hennessy.
Cardi,
I
stop,
mean, yeah.
She says she smokes
stop smoking them bogeys,
cigarettes
man.
when she drinks Hennessy because it make her pussy go. I don't know what that sound is, but she said the pussy go on the cigarette. I promise you.
Nah, she might be on to something.
Like-
let me take my hate back.
I don't got a pussy and I don't smoke cigarettes.
She can't smoke Zado to replace.
But that ad was fire for Newports.
Yeah.
Like I could understand why you want to
OD.
smoke a Newport.
And she's so honest because, like, why would you just like say that and like cape for Newports?
That made her
Mad
pussy
unfiltered.
tingle. The
Wait,
Newport.
Alex,
That's
what's your
fire.
go-to drink? What's your go-to drink?
You really want to know?
Yes.
You about to trash my shit. You about to trash my shit crazy. Tequila ginger.
Wait, ginger ale? Okay, see, that's better. That's
better?
That's
That's
better.
better than
Oh,
cranberry.
Yes.
shit.
Get a little Canada Dry, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all are strange people
Or
on this
Schweppes.
podcast.
Don't get a tequila cranberry.
Don't get a tequila.
Y'all are strange people. What about tequila lemonade?
Yes.
Can I do
that's
that?
Better. That's better.
That's better?
Yes. That's
Okay.
better.
Okay. You just don't fuck
better.
with cran.
I'm just kidding. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
No, but it was a real thing. We
like
we,
that,
we
though.
had went out,
Yeah.
and it was her boyfriend, and a few of their friends, and I had ordered my drink, and I'm looking at everybody's drink,
Yeah.
and John, you know, like I'm always watching the cool niggas in the spot. You
Got
gotta
to.
make sure you see all the cool niggas in the spot, because
Got
if you
to.
the lame nigga out of the cool niggas, then you lame. You're not cool. So I gotta make
Realizing
sure,
you
like,
the lame nigga is crazy.
Nah, that ass. You got like, bro, her niggas mad cool, bro. You gotta know
It's true.
the company you keep.
It's
like,
true.
The fuck. Thankfully, I know he's taken, so he's not like competition. It's like, oh, you're cool.
You're
but
on the
you
fi-
got a girl. Like,
And
but,
then you walk up, he's like,
Yeah.
"Can I get a tequila cran? Thank you."
so I'm looking
light
at
ice.
him. I'm like, I'm in the spot. I'm like, oh shit, yo, my nigga John, I see you doing your thing.
Yeah.
And his shit come back looking like motor oil. So I'm like, oh, I see what type of nigga she like. I get why they're a thing, and I'm single. Like, I got to change my drink choice.
Outta
But yeah,
here.
shout out to you and John for making me like realize that.
Yes.
I'm
yes.
not that much of an adult yet, sorry.
No,
Nah, I'm not there yet.
Well, my drink is the worst. I get a vodka soda, so I don't even know why I'm like making fun of people because my drink is the worst.
So
it just tastes like straight up like alcohol.
A vodka soda, seltzer, is that
It's like a
Yeah.
soda. What's it called? Club soda.
Club
yeah.
soda, club soda.
It has no
okay.
taste.
Yeah, that's just like avocado. Just avocado don't got no taste. Y'all not gonna sway me today.
Avocado.
don't.
That
it
is not
does.
true.
All right, but
It does.
it doesn't have a taste, Pierre.
Wow.
it do
All
got
the
a taste.
Latinos hate you right now.
Good shit. Look,
Avocado.
it's healthy
I
for
hope the
you.
mic got that.
You can use it with a lot.
That's
it
a
don't got no
healthy
taste,
fat.
y'all.
Yeah, it's healthy fat, so it's
Somebody
omega
try to,
3s.
oh, healthy fat. Somebody try to tell me it tastes like butter. No, it doesn't taste like butter.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
No,
it
it
does.
maybe no, it doesn't.
It's got its
It's
own
like
unique
the-
taste.
You know what it really remind me of?
What's that?
You know when shorty start getting creamy? Never mind. All right, my fault.
That was left
My
field.
fault. My fault. What was we talking about?
I'm
Can't relate.
gonna ask you a quick question,
Copy.
and
Alright,
I hate the fact that this is at the top of the pod.
My fault.
And Karen, use your discretion. If
Oh my
we're gonna bleep this.
gosh.
My fault. y'all.
And my sister, I know you're taking timestamps.
Me, I'm sorry.
Mute this shit out right now. I don't want to know. I don't want you to think that your
sorry.
brother thinks like this. Alex, I'm gonna ask you a question. We're gonna move on real
You
quick.
sure you want to ask me?
Because I had a heavy debate in my group chat.
Okay.
And I didn't know how I felt. I know how I feel, but I didn't know about their answers.
Yeah.
2 words.
Okay.
Yo, Karen, mark up.
I'm scared.
Squirter or creamer? Which one?
Yeast infection or pee? I don't know. That sounds like hell.
Abort.
That sounds like hell. I don't know.
You see what I have to deal with on a weekly basis?
Yo, just think about it. Don't answer it because he bleeped it. In my head, he bleeped it.
I'm gonna close my.
But if you had to pick one,
Honestly, we don't have to bleep that.
because there's that ass one that looks a little better, feel a little better, but there's one that like boosts the ego. But then it's
but
like,
you want to know why the cream scares me? The cream could turn into yogurt. That yeast. I don't know how to differentiate. I'm gonna be honest with you. I get scared.
One got a little tint to it, a little yellow tint. One looked like mucus.
You know, let me take that little yellow faucet. Let me take that yellow faucet.
But just think about it. Which one you prefer?
Yellow faucet.
Because there's one you gotta change the sheets. The other one you gotta like clean a little more. It gets deep. I thought about this in depth. Cream or squirt?
All right, I'm gonna go squirt. Cause
You a kinky man.
I'm gonna just say
He's a kinky man.
Cause I feel a little safer with that. Like, okay,
You're a
Because
kinky
you're
boy.
saying the other one, you sometimes can't tell what exactly it is.
yeah, and I'm gonna
You
feel
could
bad.
tell.
I'm gonna feel bad if it's something else.
Because if you see
know what I'm saying?
you know what it is.
I'ma feel bad.
I'ma tell
You
you.
can always tell though because of the smell. If it's like bad, then that's how you like. Yeah.
You start smelling bird in the room.
Yeah.
All right, but
Oh, I see what you
Baked.
did there.
That was a good
With
one.
the yeast.
That was a good one.
It's a bakery in there.
I don't know what needs to be like
Okay.
muted, but yeah, that's it. Let's recircle this thing back. Let's put this thing back on track. Week 7 of the NFL season is here, and there's no better way to get in on the action other than Underdog Fantasy.
that is correct. Underdog Fantasy will match your first deposit up to $100. If you click the link in the description and sign up using the code NEED to know, all right? That's free money, and there's nothing we love more than free money.
Nah, you ain't lying, bro. We also love Underdog Fantasy over here because they dish out promos on the regular in the form of their Pick'em specials. This week, we are asking, all right? We are not asking for a lot. We are asking for a starting quarterback, which is Derek Carr, to throw 1 yard.
I think you got it.
I'm just saying, it's just 1 yard. Now,
Sounds pretty easy to me.
Last week we had Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
This week we got Derek Carr. Derek Carr, he may not be on the level of Patrick Mahomes, but I'm going to take the odds.
You want to take
that
the higher?
He could. I'll take the higher.
You want to take the higher?
That
Okay.
Derek Carr will throw 1 yard. That's this Thursday. It may sound crazy, but we do think you should take the higher.
No, I'm with you. I'm down.
Remember, that's Underdog Fantasy. Click the link in the description and sign up with our code, the promo code NEED to know, for a first deposit matchup of up to $100.
Go get them dollars, y'all. Go get them dollars.
Let's do it. We were speaking about iPhones earlier,
Yeah.
and then we could kind of get into everything. But I am so tired of the iPhone updating on me without my permission.
Oh, just don't update your shit.
But it doesn't
Like
work
the
like
iOS
this.
updates?
I like it because now when you go on the podcast app, right, we've been putting artwork attached to our podcast forever. Like literally since episode 1, I think we've used a customized thumbnail.
It's true.
But Apple never respected our shit. So we would use these thumbnails and you would never see it unless you followed us on Instagram. But
That's
now,
literally the only place that we use the cover art?
well, we put it when we ingest our episode into the world. It goes out to Spotify, it goes out to Apple, it goes to Google, wherever it goes. And every other app uses the customized thumbnail except for Apple up until this past week.
Okay.
Well, now Apple is using the customized thumbnail.
Where?
That was one feature
Okay.
that they updated. They didn't tell me anything. The second feature,
They didn't tell me
They didn't tell me anything.
Nigga, who
bro.
are you?
No, like I should
Apple not
know.
about to DM you
Steve
like.
Jobs didn't
they-
text
yeah, they fucked me up.
SaVon.
No, you didn't tell me nothing, bro.
Like, hey, just to let you know.
I don't like
Hey,
this nigga, bro.
just to let you know, like, you know, you're
Here's
a
his
value
update,
member
SaVon
here.
Slater.
It's a new update, my man.
I'm a valued customer. Legit, I should be a valued. I had the iPhone like 1 or 2. Like when y'all niggas was on Sidekicks and Blueberries, I was on iPhone, bro. Since like wait,
Blackberries, nigga. I know you ain't
I
have
had the
that.
razor.
what I call it?
Blueberries. Nah, niggas in a jokey mood today. I see what's going
No,
on.
I didn't do that on purpose.
see what's going on.
But I'm tired of Steve Jobs changing shit from the grave.
Really?
Nigga, update my shit when you update your shit.
I'm gonna be. Y'all want to know something?
What's up?
I think my phone doesn't update automatically anymore because I never updated it.
What phone you got?
You still have that old ass phone?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. The way you coming at me today,
No.
I ain't gonna. Yo,
No, because only
love
because we've talked about it before. Like we have been talking about the new like Instagram updates and stuff, and you're like, I haven't
See
seen
how
it
she
yet.
cleans shit up? She's
good?
so
No,
good.
that's
Over
what
Y'all
here.
are great.
She's so good at what she doing. She don't even know.
That's what I meant to.
fucking
I was like, you still have that phone?
Like that phone.
All right, I think I have the iPhone 13.
4.
Oh, it's funny,
look,
Pia, huh?
That's pretty recent.
That's not that
that's
bad?
fine. That's fine.
What kind of iPhones y'all got?
I don't know. I just changed my case, and in my head, it's a new phone. Whenever I change my screensaver in my case,
It's a nice
like,
case.
look at my shit. You
It's
see
like a
my
little
shit?
teal.
Yeah,
I can see the logic in that.
You'll feel that. I was about to say, hold my shit, but don't. Like, it's like the silicone. This shit is fire. I feel like I have a new phone because of the case.
Got you.
I feel like more people should do that. I think we should like appreciate the things that we do have and just update it, like renovate it. Like when you become a homeowner, you get the house and then you make renovations. It's like, oh my God, I got a new house, but you really don't. You got the same shit you had before. The water pressure is still the same. The toilet still gets clogged when you take a massive shit.
Nah,
like
don't do
nothing
that.
has really changed. The infrastructure of the house, you just made it look a little bit pretty with the marble floors and the updated cabinets. It's still the same house. The phone is the same exact thing. This shit will still hold the same porn, the same music, the same content. All I did was change the case and the screensaver.
So that was a very long way to say I got an iPhone 10.
Nah, I ain't got no 10.
No, I was looking like, where are you taking us right now?
I ain't got
Savon?
no
Like,
10.
what
He
is
told
this
us
rant?
all
What is
that.
this rant?
He
Like,
told us all that. Yeah, I just put a new phone case. Oh, so your shit is old.
Nah, I got the same shit. I got the shit you got.
Oh, you got the same shit we got?
Yeah, I got the 13.
Oh, so we good.
Bro, I got three cameras.
Oh, I only got 2.
You mean
Oh, so you got the bump shit.
My fault.
I have the newest
Nah, I
one.
do.
Do you? How you get?
Yes.
You got the titanium?
You
Yes,
flexing on me?
I do.
Wait,
Tough.
dead ass?
Yes.
Yo, shout out to the niggas that drink motor oil. Them niggas gonna make sure
and
they
also
gonna make
a
sure their
mirror.
girl is right, my nigga.
If
Yo,
you need a
shout
mirror.
Oh, you have a mirror on the back of
That's
your
hard.
phone?
Yes.
That's hard. Now shout out to John. We love John.
What if I bought this phone myself? Why did you just?
I'm not giving you that
Damn,
credit.
I
that's
said,
crazy.
yo,
Nah,
I
I'm
have the
not
iPhone.
giving you that, bro.
You guys play
that's
that
my
back. I
man.
literally was like, oh, I have the new iPhone 15. And he was like, shout out to John.
Cause that's my. Cause I know.
So she can't cop a phone case.
Facts.
Wow.
Nah, but even if she did cop it, I know he motivated her, bro.
Oh, he did.
I gotta give niggas credit.
Oh my
I gotta
god.
stand with men because when Jada Pinkett Smith is out here doing what she's doing, I gotta stand up for some men. Somebody gotta stand up
transition.
for her. You feel what I'm saying? Like I have to. So because of that reason, I'm gonna make sure I take every man's side from this day. Not every.
Do you
nigga,
stand up for
but
men?
Some of these niggas.
Do you stand up for men that don't want to leave?
Yes.
Great question.
Wait, I don't know.
Say that one more time. You might have said that too fast.
Yeah,
nigga.
me too. I
You
don't
be
know.
slick talking.
Do you stand up for people who don't want to leave?
Yeah, I do. Hell yeah.
Because you feel like maybe someone needs to be fighting for them?
No, it's because I'm a dumbass and I've been there.
Oh, okay. You relate to it.
Like you see
I've
where they're
been
coming
there.
from.
Yeah, I get it.
You've been there.
Sometimes you get some shit you don't want to let
Oh,
go.
what?
You never did that?
What John did you like Jada?
I said you never did that.
No, because you said you've been there before.
And then I immediately asked you a question.
Oh, my fault. My fault.
You never did
But
that?
you ain't answer that one. You got to the next question.
It's happened. You don't want to leave sometimes.
All right.
Like sometimes you'll take the abuse. As a man,
But you know what?
as a man,
You'll just like put up.
as a
with
man,
it.
you'll take because
think we should stay
why
there.
not? Why not take it? Like
think we should
I
stay
love
there.
you. I built whatever I built with you. Like yeah,
because it's
take
not
that
good
shit.
for you.
I feel like most men are conditioned to stay until shorty leave, especially if he's fucked up before. And I think that's the thing I've been thinking about with the Jada and Will thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think Will did something.
What do you mean?
I think Will did something a very long time ago that,
To her?
yeah, that
Okay.
she's probably just hovering over his head, using against him because to be separated from someone, you probably know what we're talking about, everyone. It came out in Jada Pinkett's newest book before it was even released, but it is out now that her and Will Smith have been separated for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one thing if you're separated and you're trying to figure things out. It's one thing if you plan separation for maybe a year and maybe want to reconcile. After 7 years go by,
That's tough.
this gotta feel like you being held against your own will. I don't know. Oh, pun intended.
Pun intended.
That boy good.
Wait, but what do you mean by that? Like
Yeah.
they've been separated, but you're saying Will's staying because Jada has something on him?
I think that could be a
You think
possibility.
like that's like a theory?
I think it could be a possibility.
I don't know. No, I think they just they both agreed for the separation thing. And okay, I just have a question because SaVon, did this take you by surprise? Because didn't you read his book?
No, it didn't take me by surprise at all.
Okay, because
No,
I feel like
yeah,
Will has been
no.
saying this for a long time, but we just been like ignoring it.
Well, they always say, especially with black people, if you put it in the book, you'll never
I'm not
find
gonna
it.
read it.
So a lot of,
That's I've heard that. I've heard that.
that's what they say. I don't say that.
Nah,
That's what
yeah,
they
I've heard
say.
Don't support this message on Need to Know podcast.
No, but it's
guys.
the truth. Like,
don't
all
say
my
that,
niggas
mama.
listening, all my, shout out to my people. When the last time y'all read a book?
Yesterday. I read every day.
Now, back to my point. This is what they say. I'm not saying this. This is what I've heard. If you want to hide information in plain sight, you put it in a book. Will Smith has put out a book, maybe 2 years ago already? About 2 years ago. Phenomenal book. I love it. I listened to it. I read it. I have the physical copy. I have the audio copy. I reference it. I go back to it. Oh, it's a phenomenal book. If you're anybody who needs some inspiration, you're a fan of Will Smith, whatever it is, it's a very, very, very great read. I implore you to go check that out, right?
What he was saying about...
With that being said, he's hinted to a lot of the things that Jada elaborated on. Now, I don't think he
That's
went...
that's
right?
my stance on this, yeah.
He didn't go as in-depth, and I think as a man, you're not supposed to. I think some things you allow your woman and the person that you love and your counterpart to, move how she sees fit. But he alluded to a lot of the things that she elaborated on outside of Tupac.
Oh, she spoke about other things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't see.
Yeah. So that's my whole take on the Jada and the Will thing. But I do believe that there's two things at play here. The first thing is, all right, think about the first time y'all like really fell in love with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want you to really think, you thought it was love. A lot of people refer to it as puppy love, right? Like, because...
So does that count? Can we think about
puppy love? Yeah, puppy love, because at that moment, it felt real.
Yeah.
When you look back on it, I didn't
no
love
doubt,
it.
yeah, that wasn't
but
love,
in that
yeah.
moment, it felt like, oh my God, I love this person. This is my person. I'm going to be with this person. It felt real in the moment.
Okay.
Right? So think about puppy love, or think about just the first time you fell in love with anybody. Fast forward to thinking about where you are and where that person is today. Jada and Will have been together for a very long time. Like, very, very
like
long
decades,
time.
yeah.
Decades. So it is not otherworldly to think that maybe they evolved into different people, have different goals.
Yeah, that's
like,
fair.
when you're in the spotlight the way that they were, I'm sure there's a lot of pressure to maintain the image. And we see that in like regular everyday people. I'll use an example from my life. I grew up in the church. I always talk about, I grew up in the church. My grandfather was a reverend.
Yeah.
My mom met my stepdad in the church. He was a minister of music. I grew up in the church. So one reason or one thing that I was disconnected to in the church was how performative it was. I felt like the deacons, I felt like the ministers, I felt like the preachers, I felt like all the higher ups or the people of the church. I felt like, yeah, y'all niggas a little weird.
I used to like that, though.
Yeah, y'all cool, and praise the Lord, but y'all just a little bit weird.
You ever
for
seen
me.
a nigga pass out over God? That shit is kind of funny. That shit kind of hype.
I
I've
got
seen
questions
plenty of
about
that in
that
my
too. Yeah, I got some questions about that.
You never seen a
It
nigga?
was the Holy Ghost.
Holy Ghost,
It
that's
was the
what I'm
Holy
saying.
Ghost, all right? But I seen it, and I felt like, all right,
When that
it's,
ghost get in
it's a
me.
little performative.
Why? Oh,
But then you start hearing about how the pastor was messing with the first lady, or pastor start messing with the the pastor just be doing a lot of kinky man shit, right? And now it's like, wait, but I just saw the pastor with his wife, and they was good. But it's, they got an image to uphold. It's, they can't really not be in a great light because these are the leaders of this community. And if they look bad, they set a bad example for what it is to be in a relationship or a marriage or whatever it is that they have.
people are looking to them.
I think Will and Jada was put in that position on a way larger scale. And they hit a lot of their relationship problems and how they feel and who they are throughout their lives. And now it's just unraveling like regular, normal people do. That's what I believe.
I just have a question. Like, before I just want to know from your guys' perspective, what did Jada say that was like so wild? Like, what are people the most bothered by?
Well, over the years, we've heard numerous amounts of Tupac stories from her. And I guess probably the general public is just very annoyed from...
Like, she keeps like talking about him?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
she's promoting her book. And one of the things in her book she says is that Tupac once proposed to her while he was in jail. And then a lot of people felt like, all right, come on, sis. Like, we know you were married with Will. Why are you kind of making him look like this?
This will get me. Let me tell you what gets me tight. To Pierre's point, she told us that the nigga proposed to her in the jail. She came out this week and said, "Yeah, we never had chemistry." So for
it's like, okay. So she kind of is like saying a lot of stories that don't really line up a lot. Okay, I get it now. Okay.
It's so wishy-washy. No one, mind you, they invited us to their doorstep. So for us, it's just we're constantly getting all of this new information, different types of information, and it's hard to just be a fan. I got her IMDb credits after you finish, Reggie. Nothing. Just finish what you're saying.
Okay, so I'm glad I asked that because I do agree that everything going back and forth is kind of like annoying. But the things that she says about like the relationship itself, I don't find it like that wild. Like Will has either said the same things, exactly what like SaVon was saying. Will has either said the same things, or people are just like obsessed with making her look crazy. I feel like
it makes things like Will Smith slapping Chris Rock and Will Smith appearing on the Red Table Talk very differently.
Very.
Okay.
It makes things look very, very differently. See, during that time, we're in real time trying to figure out what's going on, what's happening.
Yeah.
Now with this new information that she's unloading in this book, man, you really start to think about what was going on at those times where we thought it seemed as if they were trying to be a union, right, or work it out. So again, you're just constantly confusing the consumer. How could you not expect for us to kind of have some words? We don't know what the fuck going on.
I believe what happened is...
Oh, you laughing? Okay.
Because I just started... I put like real nigga brain on, right? And as a guy, as a man, I have been in Jada's position one too many times.
What?
Where the person that I'm with, the person that I'm involved with, they love me more than I love them.
Who told you that?
No, but listen, it's on display. It's not about who told me anything.
Wait, Will loves Jada more?
Will Smith
Reggie, you know who the fuck love who
is
more?
in love and you read the book.
You know exactly.
Okay, you read the book.
Hey.
Will Smith, and we always see this dynamic in relationships. It's just normally it's the woman and the man. The woman always has more feelings for the guy, sees a future with a guy, wants to cater to the guy, tries to please the guy, tries to conform his life to hers to be the woman that she needs, right? Like that is the typical route when it comes to this situation. But since they don't have the luxury of privacy because they're Will and Jada, since he is the biggest black actor that we've ever seen, shout out to Denzel Washington, no shade, but from a box office number standpoint, I believe, and I could be completely wrong.
I love the box office standpoint.
Will Smith is him.
I got her IMDb credits
he
right
owned
here.
the summer, right? Before you give us the credits,
My fault.
I just think that he is in love with Jada way more than she's in love with him.
And that happens a lot of the time. But you have to be willing to be like, you know what? Do I want to... You know what one of my exes taught me?
It's about to go deep.
She taught me that you could leave.
Oh, yes.
A lot of the times when you feel like there's a natural connection and we've been doing this for so long, you start to be like, no, we have to fight for this.
Because we're like, oh, we put in like so many years. Like, we can't just give up now.
It only makes sense to fight for it. But damn, I ain't gonna front. That girl taught me that you could go.
No, leave.
You could go.
No, I'm team leave. Please.
You can find you some happiness.
Anybody listening to this, like,
But men don't know how to leave.
Just because you invested like 5 years, like, that doesn't mean you could just break up with your 5-year-old like boyfriend, and the next month you meet the love of your life. Like, please.
Do you know
let go?
You know when men leave, they usually go, "Oh, he fumbled."
No.
Yeah.
Oh no, I know people say that, but you didn't fumble. You didn't.
Okay, I see what you're saying. If you're a man who wasn't who didn't step outside of the relationship, where there's not a direct thing of where like, oh, you maybe called this young lady out of her mouth. When a man just usually has reasons to want to leave, he's kind of chastised and criticized. Like, what the fuck? This ain't over till she say it's over.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it's like that for every single, situation and relationship.
You're saying like men deal with that, like perception.
Absolutely. And just knowing like how SaVon was saying, yo, as a man, we keep things sort of P. Like, okay, that shit is not supposed to bother us the way it bothers her. So which kind of can confuse you on what's actually bothering you and what's too much for you to be like, I don't want to be here anymore, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but shout out to Shorty. She told me that shit. You got to go. You got to go. You got to pick your piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Not every time though. Sometimes it's good to
divulge.
stay. Sometimes it's good to stay.
Yeah.
Sometimes that shit be so fire, bro. Like, you know, like, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna bring it back to the day.
Yeah.
You know Luther Vandross?
Yes.
You know the good brother Luther.
Big
Big Luther, little Luther. You know Luther. Right? Luther has a lyric. Don't be laughing. Why are you laughing, bro?
My fault.
I should pull it up so I don't butcher it.
Don't butcher it.
But
Just paraphrase.
I'm gonna paraphrase it.
You know we do that on this podcast.
I would rather have bad times with you than good times with someone else.
And that's your fucking problem. Don't all that bullshit.
I would much rather have these tough times with you than good times with somebody else.
But added context is only with the right person, okay? You can't just do that with everybody, SaVon.
Nah, you can't do that.
Because what's the separation?
If that girl's the wrong girl, you can't do that with her.
But you know what though? But you know what though?
Sometimes Luther be spitting though.
But you know what though? To your point, people have said that the dating pool is filled with piss, right? Like it's contaminated.
I like
Especially
a little pee-pee.
lately.
Especially lately.
You like a little pee-pee too, from what you said earlier in the pod.
a little squirt,
Like a little.
How it go?
little. That shit right at the top.
I know.
That shit don't even. That shit come with a current.
I know. High water pressure. Water pressure be water hose. You ever seen the fire truck? You ever seen the nigga get shot with the fire truck hose?
Yo,
That's the shit you like.
Hit that nigga right on the.
Not the sound effects.
Oh shit, you was fucking me. You know what I'm saying? Oh my bad. What was we talking about?
I don't know.
I don't even know how we got there.
Oh shit, Pierre. You know what we was talking
You
about?
said
Pierre?
the dating pool has pissed.
Oh, the dating pool has.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Pierre and Reggie. Yeah, so a lot of the times it could be easier to SaVon's point to go like, you know what? This person, I value the connection.
And I'm already with them.
And I'm already with them. And it seems a little bit easier to deal with this as opposed to whatever is out there. But to answer that, that's where shit gets scary. Because then you then start realizing you can never find anything better. And you never want to be in a scenario like that.
But sometimes
when you feel like
true.
if you,
Sometimes it's true.
Nah.
It is true. It can be true.
You're getting deep here.
It can be true.
Okay, are you-
Sometimes you can meet somebody
And you're like, it doesn't get better
It
than
don't
me.
get better than what I have.
Okay, may I ask?
That's the fact.
Okay, may I ask? Are you saying this because of personal experience or just because?
No, that both.
Okay, but personal. But I'm saying like SaVon,
Exactly.
how do you?
No, let me
how
not
do
say
you
personal.
know?
I don't want to personalize
Exactly.
this.
Like
Let
your
me not
life, you're still
but
young. You know.
Theoretically,
Okay.
in the grand scheme of life, yes.
That has happened where they really let go of like the
Think
person
about
that
some of
was
the people
for-
that lost y'all.
Oh, they lost.
No, I mean,
So it happened.
They still searching.
It's not just me.
Niggas up 40 in the fourth.
that's fine because I wasn't the person for them. That's fine.
Of course, but you not being a person from them doesn't take away from the fact that they fumbled probably one of the best people that they're gonna come across.
Okay, I agree.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not putting it on that person.
But is that a reason?
None of
Is
my
that
ex
a
are doing
reason?
better than me.
But is that a reason?
Sorry, but
It's a fact. Like, sometimes it's like, yo, look.
You
bro,
gotta feel like
you was with LL last week, bro.
Shout out to LL,
You was
I
with
was.
Don Cheadle.
No, I wasn't with
You
Don
was with
Cheadle
fucking
last week.
Terrence Howard. You was with Tyrese.
Mariah
You was
decided
with
this
Cardi B. You be with, like, you're in a great position. You have a
Yes.
career.
Sure.
You're not even 30 years old.
God is great.
Period.
Reggie, same for
Y'all are
you.
catches,
You have a
okay?
clear path. Like, there are certain things, and outside of just your career,
Yeah.
the people that y'all are. Like, y'all are refined, amazing
Solid.
people.
Thank you.
Legit.
I'm enjoying this right now, but I'm like,
Not
Cause
paying
y'all
my
my
shit.
niggas. Like,
Nah. Gas expensive
no,
right now.
I like
Gas my
this.
shit.
I like this conversation because
Gas my
you
shit.
know, women, we always have receipts. We never forget everything. I mean, anything. So like a year and a half ago. We had like this exact conversation, and I was thinking like you guys were asking me like, Regina, like, have you ever fumbled anybody? And I was genuinely thinking, I was like, I was like, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, I don't really think of anybody that like I wish I was with them right now. And I said like, I don't know, and y'all were like, see, women are not accountable. You're lying, Reggie. Like, and I'm glad we had this first circle moment, guys.
But the beautiful thing is you found somebody who you do value and who brings value to your life, and he's an amazing person.
Yeah, I think that's why I feel like I haven't fumbled, because I guess my definition of fumbled is like I feel like I missed out on them. I don't feel that way about like anybody genuinely, like, so that's why I answered in that way.
It's like Reggie.
Big Reggie, not the little one, P. But SaVon, do you feel like that's a reason? Let's say you meet someone that you feel like you're never gonna find anything better Even though that's a thought you curated yourself. That doesn't mean it's a fact, right?
That's true.
But you came to the decision on your own. You're like, okay, I don't ever see myself get anything better than this. Is that a reason for your happiness to take a hit on any level? Are you truly happy if some of your happiness is taking a hit, or maybe you're being disrespected?
Because that's rooted in, it's not rooted in genuine, like, I want better for myself. That fear is rooted in, like, just worry and, like, scarcity. Like,
You gotta ask me in another 2 years.
Because
right now, I'm still with
It
the
just
shits.
turned into a SaVon
If I
therapy
felt like I
session.
fumbled, then I fumbled.
Pierre, what you say?
I don't know.
It just turned into a SaVon therapy session.
This is turning. Yeah, he ain't been going to therapy, so we gonna do it here. And he started a little therapy podcast too, so he getting it.
Nah, he's still growing. He's still growing. But I will say, it's there's nothing wrong with a little bit of hard work in a relationship, because you're gonna do it regardless. And it takes that. You ever work hard for something that you weren't naturally good at, but because you worked hard, you became good at it?
But but do you feel like it's possible to sway your partner about how they feel about you?
Oh, like kind of force it.
Yeah, like to do it by force. Like, granted, you could change certain things in your lifestyle or maybe in your personality. Hey,
compromise.
To compromise for that person. But let's just say you don't. Do you feel like you can sway that other party?
I'm gonna play.
That's why the hard times thing, like, Pierre, you're absolutely right. In a real relationship, like, working through hard times together is, yes, like, that is the point of a relationship. But so with the wrong person, we shouldn't be doing this. Like, we shouldn't be putting up with this, you know?
She said,
I'm gonna play a clip for y'all. Reggie, you read the book, so I think this. What you was about to say?
You want me to
I
say?
cut you off?
No.
My fault. Go for
sure?
it. Then I'll play the clip. Yeah. I like hearing your thoughts, bro.
You sure?
That's why we on the podcast. We like hearing each other's thoughts.
You right, we be talking to each other and shit. It's a safe place, right?
Always.
Yes,
Just
be
tell
quiet,
us.
SaVon.
Just tell us.
Why the fuck you ain't just say you was fucking your son's best friend, nigga? Now all this shit look different.
Wait, what?
August Alsina.
Oh,
They weren't together. That's why she
Like,
chose.
what the fuck? You
That's
had
why-
us. My
That's why
fault,
she
B.
chose the word entanglement. And if you were watching that, she was kind of like going back and forth between what she should say or not. She said entanglement because they weren't together.
Just say you wanted to fuck me, young nigga, man. You had us all doing critiques on. I remember everybody was so mad at August Alsina. Oh, August Alsina. And I remember being on August's side in that. I'm so glad I did. I knew it was something.
You knew he was telling the truth.
You could hear it. You could go, yo, bro, this looks like somebody that is looking for a new connection. And here she go. Really, she just want to fuck. But she got her own shit going on, and it backfired as if he was doing something wrong as well.
Wait, hold on. I just have a question, more like a clarification thing. Like, why, if Jada and August were having a thing, like, why did Jada have to tell us, though?
Just say you wanted to fuck the nigga. That's all you had to tell me. Like, that's all you had to. You didn't have to lie and say him and Jaden was besties.
I ain't gonna do that. We not gonna do that.
Oh, okay.
We not gonna do that.
Well, we're not gonna
do that.
What happened?
Because if I'm Will Smith, I'm gonna pull up Jada's whole discography, filmography, and we go do a versus.
Oh.
And if your films don't beat mine, bitch, you can't be fucking my little friends' kids or whatever my kids'
You want to
friends.
pull up the IMDb?
You can't.
You want to pull up the IMDb?
You can't. You cannot.
You sure you want to pull up?
You can pull that up, but I'm also gonna speak to something that's in the book, which is Will Smith. He has been self-admittedly, he's very insecure. Okay. That's what he said. That's a theme of his life, how he has built a lot of his success due to his insecurity. And so I'm going to play this clip and y'all tell me what y'all think of this.
I became a movie star because my girlfriend cheated on me when I was 15. And
he been a cuck.
In my twisted psychology, I was like, if I'm the most famous person in the world, no woman could ever cheat on me.
Oh, so that been happening to him.
So when you hear something like, when I hear something like that, it just tells me, oh, wait, there's a void. There's a void. There's something he's searching for within himself and within a woman because of that 15-year-old experience. And now, I don't know how y'all feel. I had very intense feelings as a 15-year-old boy, not even a man, 15-year-old boy.
Man boy.
Because I said man, and I was like, yeah, I wasn't a boy.
Okay.
As a 15-year-old boy, I had very intense feelings when I thought I found love, right? And a lot of the experience that I had when I was 14, 15, 16, 17 has shaped how I am today. It has not changed with all of the experiences, with all the people I've met, with all whatever money I've made, everything. I still can remember how I felt when I was 15 years old and I first felt heartbreak. I first felt rejection. I first felt like, damn, I hurt somebody. I will always have that as my reference point.
That's why I'm glad that you have went to therapy. I had a very heated debate with somebody that I'm really cool with, and it's along these lines of bringing adolescence trauma into your adult years and using it as the crutch and guide for what you think it is, right? Or what you think life is. And the whole point I was trying to make to him was, this is why therapy is so important, because therapy I'm gonna break down the whole conversation because I don't give a fuck. The Terrell Owens clip had went viral with him and Chad Ochocinco, where he was discussing, he never felt like black women ever liked him.
Yeah, they kept clowning him, he said.
They kept clowning him, and he was speaking from his high school, I guess, to college years, right? What I was telling the person I was speaking to was, it's foolish, completely foolish to think that if at one certain time, 30 years ago, a small group of black women at that particular place, maybe where you was at, didn't like you, and now you're taking that to shape the rest of your life. That is the stupidest thing ever. And it's so glad to get people to tell you and work you out through it, because you have to understand that, okay, cool, they ain't let you into that party that day, but you have to understand there's gonna be thousands of parties with people that are gonna love you for who you are, what you are, you know what I'm saying? But don't put the blame on the party of who you think it is, right? So to Will's point, I thought these niggas was getting therapy.
Yeah, like for that wound to still be there, you're like, wait, you should have we thought you were like working on this. And wait, can I just say something? So this is, how Alex, he doesn't denounce therapy or anything. Like he says like, yes, it's an amazing thing for people who need it. But Alex's thing was like, no, like I don't feel like I need therapy right now. I fully agree, because the way that you understood that. I could tell, like, you really are you are self-therapizing, if that makes sense. Like, I could see the way he talks about life.
Yes.
Alex gets it. Like, he's working on himself. He's doing it by himself, though.
Yes, thank you. And I appreciate that. That's why I get so confused how old is Will Smith? 50-something?
Early 50s.
Early 50s.
I don't have it.
And I'm glad that he's vulnerable in his book.
Yeah.
Because people are able to relate, right? And then people could go like, okay, I've been there before. This is kind of shaped also how I felt, but back to loving yourself, I think, is maybe the theme here. Like, when do you decide to love you?
He also spoke about his ego. How he's like 55. A huge ego, yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to lie, though, too. You bring up ego. It boosted my confidence just now that you told me Will Smith is insecure. That boosted my shit a little bit. Nigga, you insecure? No, not you.
I don't know.
I ain't going to lie. Shout out to Margot Robbie from the Suicide Squad.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Y'all know why, right?
Why would you shout her? What if I don't?
Huh?
Of course, but what if I didn't know?
Why would you shout her? But why?
Yeah, but why would you shout her out?
Because the Need to Know podcast, I'm going to tell you.
Allegedly.
So tell me.
They was real close in pictures together.
They was very close.
It was real close.
And so was August and Jada.
There you go.
And so was Chris Rock and Jada.
You heard about that?
So was Chris Rock and Jada.
You heard about that?
Because why you feel comfortable asking me out on a date?
That's not crazy.
Why do you even feel comfortable doing that?
For those of you that don't know,
that's why you had to get slapped in front of the universe. Whether that's my wife or not, whether she was surprised that I called her my wife or not, the fact that you even felt comfortable knowing who the fuck I am, knowing who the fuck she is to me, you even felt comfortable to do that. Yeah, you earned every finger, every fingerprint that was left on your face. You earned that. And I'm not advocating for violence.
Nah, we don't do that over here.
I'm not. Sometimes
you're saying you see why he did
sometimes
it.
Niggas I get slapped. That was an instance where I can understand why you got slapped.
Word. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't like what she said. She said, "Oh, when Will Smith went up there and slapped him, I thought it was a skit."
So, all right. And I don't know how much time. We don't have too much time because we got so many other things. Like, we got to talk about DJ Envy.
We're going to get there. You want me?
We got to talk about DJ Envy. So if we could put a button on this one, maybe come back to it. I'm going to just read one thing. Of course, go crazy.
I'm going to just start reading stuff. And just let me know if y'all just...
Before you even read, because we talked about the Oscars. If we weren't husband and wife, if you felt weird with me referring to you as my wife, why are you sitting at this table with me on the biggest stage of this industry?
Absolutely. I get it to save face.
Where's your movie at?
Oh.
I was nominated for Man, Actor, Movie of the Year. Why the fuck are you here?
Oh, you asked?
I'm Will. I'm just saying, bro.
Did you call?
Because it's convenient for you to be like, oh, we've been separated for 7 years. I don't know why he called me his wife. But you at this table. Stay the fuck home. This is my night.
That's what they said?
But I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm immature.
So you said you wanted to know what... Okay. Here we go. Oh shit. The IMDb not even showing shit. Yo, don't laugh at me. Ask Blossoms and Veils, 1998.
Never heard of.
Ride or Die. All of Us.
Sound like a 50 Cent album.
The Secret Life of Bees. Karate Kid 2010.
Okay.
Classic.
Hawthorne. Free Angela and all the political prisoners.
Okay.
After Earth.
Who is this?
Jada.
Annie, producer. Hala, executive producer.
Halal?
Hala.
Halal.
Charm City Kings. Executive. Jada Pinkett Smith, all due respect. You do not have the catalog to be playing with Will. And I'm not even, these are the Will stands in the room. But I had to come and put my cape on today. I just read it at IMDb. That ain't gonna do it. That ain't gonna do it. We could put a button in this.
I think like everything that she's saying, like this is obviously a press run for her book. I get why people are tired of hearing her name in the headlines. I get it. I get like the discourse. But at the same time, like I think people are just being really dramatic with like, you're emasculating Will. Like, what are you doing? Humiliating him. You're making him look pathetic. I just think like clearly Will knew that she was gonna be doing this. I feel like they're in on this together. Like people just gotta relax. Will's fine, okay?
Reggie, did you put yourself into a man's shoes when you were thinking about shit like that?
Huh?
Because
I'm saying the people reacting to this.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying though, do you feel like there's maybe some truth there for Will? Because you even have the term, because this is what's not going on here, right? Like you even have the term of a cuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
He's not a cuck.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like when people of higher positions, right? When people find out people in higher positions are cucks, the disrespect, the respect does leave. People do kind of look at them in a certain different kind of light. Right? They go like, oh wait, like that's what you're about? So to your point, I get what you're saying. They are kind of dragging it, but I could see why someone could be like, yeah, nah, yo, like Will,
Jada, stop.
Like Jada, you kind of disrespecting him, man. Like his manhood a little bit.
I'm gonna play one more clip and then let's get into DJ Envy.
DJ Envy.
Marriage is a relationship commitment. It really is a singular commitment to yourself that you are going to use your marriage to develop yourself. Right? Marriage demands that you be the best version of you or it ain't gonna work. Right? So, Ruby really locked us into that space where Jada and I realized that we were on individual journeys. We were both trying to force a marriage when actually, if you think of us in terms of a seed and soil, are they married? Right? Is a seed, it's not married to the soil, it's just growing together, both doing what they were designed to do. And me and Jada sort of found ourselves into that space where we don't even say we're married anymore. We refer to ourselves as life partners, right? Where you get into that space when you realize you are literally with somebody for the rest of your life. There's no deal breakers. There's nothing she could do, ever. Nothing that would break our relationship.
What?
I like the way he says married.
I ain't gonna lie, them niggas need some new vowels.
I just want to leave y'all with that.
That's
it. I just want to
Alex
leave
is
y'all
not
with
convinced.
that.
If that's
Shout out.
That's the vows they brought to the altar.
Shout out to Elliot Wilson. Shout out to the Rap Radar podcast. That was Will Smith's interview on that podcast. If y'all want to hear the full, context of that, please go check that out. I thought that was an amazing clip, personally.
That was they vows?
I'm not. Stop laughing, bro. Because you gotta. We're off of it. DJ Envy. What's going on?
Like, let me not.
We're not even going there.
Niggas vows said, yo,
Good morning.
we not together.
DJ Envy. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. We got other things to cover. We got a lot of people lost a lot in this next topic. A lot of money.
And this is a topic.
A lot of hope. You know what I'm saying? Like DJ Envy. Let's get into it.
DJ Envious, man. This is a topic we've kind of wanted to talk about, but we were waiting for more to develop.
Yes.
Right? Most importantly, but it's gotten to a point now where you're starting to see the local news do a bunch of deep dives on what DJ Envy and his partner, Cesar Pina, you might know him as Flippin' NJ. Flippin' NJ was also featured on The Breakfast Club numerous amounts of times. If you don't know what's going on here, DJ Envy and Cesar Pina, his partner, have been in the news for allegedly a Ponzi real estate scheme. They calling these niggas real estate Rico. Shout out,
pretty much.
Yo, that's what Funk Flex and Rose said. That's what they said.
Yeah. It's so fucked up because we're in a space where we're upcoming, we're young, we're trying to we're trying to break through the ceiling. There's a glass ceiling that I think all of us feel, and I think even some of our audience and our listeners, they feel it too. They're like, oh my God, I've been fucking with y'all for a very long time. Yeah. I'm happy to see Charlamagne fuck with you. I'm happy to see Elliot Wilson fuck with you. Yeah. Like, we all see the ceiling that we're all trying to hit, right? And so obviously, shout out to Charlamagne. He showed us a lot of love on the Brilliant Idiots podcast. Obviously, Joe, that nigga, he kind of gave us a position to kind of take advantage of. So shout out to all of the forefathers, I would say, of this podcast media game. But then it gets weird because they don't fuck with each other. None of them fuck with each other. Like, Charlamagne don't fuck with Flex don't fuck with Charlamagne, Joe, Flex. Like, I don't know how to say, yo, thank y'all for supporting. But
I feel like the Marvel universe.
Funk Flex, thank you for supporting. Yeah. Shout out to Alex, shout out to Gumbo, Funk Flex. Because Flex, he actually just showed us some love. So, I do want to make sure we highlight that. Yes. Because, again, he's a legend. Listen to him forever.
Absolutely.
And he had some unkind words to say towards DJ Envy. Yeah. In this whole debacle.
And this time, I thought it was just regular beef, but when you really dive into what was alleged and what was going on here, I don't know if the two of you guys know.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh shit! You did your Googles.
I did my Googles.
Oh man. So a lot of people, of course, learned. DJ Envy has been pushing real estate and financial literacy now for a few years now, probably like 6 or 7 years. And if you watch The Breakfast Club, you've seen where he's featured different people from the community, especially Cesar. It's gotten to a point now where it's alleged that they were actually just running a Ponzi scheme, meaning Envy being the face, recruiting people, and Cesar actually being the one to administrate what specifically was going on. I think what really stands out here for me was the fact that a lot of the properties Cesar was selling, quote unquote, or telling other people to invest in, a lot of those properties he either didn't have,
or he was working on them,
or sold.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
See, I'm about to say something wild, crazy.
That's not crazy. That's crazy though.
Karen, let me know if you gotta bleep this.
Oh my goodness.
But it's just
gracious.
sometimes you really can't trust a fat nigga.
Oh, yes you can.
A nigga that look like that, because if you don't take care, no, that ass. No, listen to the listen to the logic. Just listen.
We can't be fat shaming in 2023.
I'm not fat shaming, but I'm telling the truth. Listen.
You know what? Just let him go.
Bro,
just let him go.
You can't trust?
When you voting for office and president, I don't want no fat nigga leading me.
Why you not?
Because you don't even love yourself.
Yes, he do.
You don't.
You love yourself so much.
Fat people can love themselves.
You love yourself so much you want to taste all that good shit.
Nah.
You're taking care of yourself.
Nah.
Right, P?
Nah. There's mad shit wrong with your heart, your dick, your blood flow, your image, your everything. You can't even walk up a flight of stairs. You can't protect me if you fat as hell. That nigga Cesar was fat as hell.
We're about to get canceled for this.
No, legit. You gotta be mindful, bro. And I'm just talking about Cesar because we might get canceled.
Biggie was fucking.
That's a fact.
You're not gonna do this to me. All right. You're not gonna bait me.
Oh, what?
Biggie was fucking.
He was.
All right.
He was.
He said in his rap.
I'm just saying.
You heard his rap before?
There's certain positions in life you can't afford to be fat. A real estate agent, you gotta drop some weight.
You know the fuck
I gotta trust you. If you a chef and you fat, that's good advertising.
Yo, the craziest part about, maybe the saddest part about all of this is that Envy had introduced a lot of people to Cesar. And these are all people, when you think
through
about
his cosign.
Yeah, through his cosign, right? And when you think about people that are using their hard working money, yo, what's so fucking funny?
Nigga was fat as shit. Cause niggas didn't even know him for flipping houses. Yo, Envy, who the fat nigga you was with? That's what we knew him for, bro. We didn't know he was getting money.
I love how Alex is trying to break it down for him.
Cause you
and
killing
then
it.
SaVon's just like, yo, he was mad fat.
Cause I can't trust that.
But sometimes, okay, this is not the same thing, but sometimes I don't like watching shows, like reality shows. You know how I get really into like Love Is Blind, all that. I don't like watching shows if the people are ugly. Like,
oh, y'all niggas is crazy.
What is going on?
Yo, forgive them, yo.
No.
These niggas is crazy.
No, this is different from what SaVon said because he's making fun of somebody's weight. I'm saying I can't get invested into a show if I don't find the people attractive.
If you can't get invested into their face.
So imagine,
I don't know why I said that. That doesn't even relate to this.
bro,
But
niggas gave their life savings to this fat ass nigga. Are you crazy? You can look at him.
Yeah.
Now that's the
I
only
ain't
reason
gonna
why
lie.
DJ Envy gotta have a little bit of accountability. You
Yes.
ain't even bring nobody that's fly to the table.
and to-
a nigga that look like he doing good in life. That nigga looks like he was ready to explode.
Now, DJ Envy is denying any involvement to SaVon's point that he just said. He's denying any involvement and saying, no one personally I never personally took money from anyone. But to what SaVon was just
and he
saying.
said he didn't know.
He
Like
said
this
he
was
didn't
going
know.
on.
Yeah. But you have to take accountability to know that you introduced everyone to him. And if you wasn't the intro, nobody would be in this predicament. Everybody would still have their money. And most importantly, it gets different when you work for corporations. Yeah. Do not let the corporation be the one to see if they should be held liable for something that you did.
Yeah, because at that point, you just got to cut your losses.
Because then you got to just cut your losses. And now as a corporation, you start to think about risk versus reward, right? Like, how much should I be investing into the person I employ and pay versus the brand versus, most importantly to me, the credibility.
Yeah.
The credibility. You don't want the credibility of the brand to get smoked.
And I like DJ Envy. Like,
Yeah,
I really do.
I like DJ
he's
Envy.
a staple in the culture.
He's a great father.
I got a quick story for you real quick.
He loves his kids.
It might have been maybe my second day on the job. Nah, he do. He's a great
love
dad.
them niggas.
Big dad energy.
Yeah.
Big dad energy.
Big
I
dad
love
energy.
that. I respect that.
I do.
I listened to his podcast when he and his wife was doing the podcast. I tapped into that.
Oh, you did?
Did you really?
I did. I had nothing but time.
You had too
I'm
much
like, you
time.
listen to everything.
I had nothing but
No,
time.
you had too much
I was
time
working
that
at a warehouse,
day.
all right?
This is the DJ Envy's
This was
podcast.
before I got on, all right? But I got to learn about them, and I really appreciate what it is that they was trying to build and the message he was trying to build. And just to go
You
back to
probably
like,
know more about him than like the average person
probably
because of the podcast. Yeah.
You know what it was? I'll be transparent. So at the time that I listened to his podcast, I was in a I was in a relationship,
Yes,
right?
tell it.
Okay.
And he had just got exposed for cheating on his wife with Erica Mena.
Oh, I remember that.
Y'all remember that?
I remember that.
It's out there for the world. I'm
Yes,
not
yes,
even
yes.
revealing anything.
Yeah, nah,
And what he had done was he went on the radio to like profess his love.
That's some SaVon shit.
So
not gonna
no,
lie.
but
SaVon would do
I
some
thought
shit
about
like
some
that.
shit like that before, and I was like, wait, I see what the nigga doing, but I never had the balls to ever do no dumb shit like that. Because nigga, you're wilding.
Nah,
But
Charlamagne-
long story short, when I saw he had gone through that, that's what made me tap in because I was like, how did they reconcile? I didn't understand it.
Like, how
But-
did they get through this?
Yeah, but long story short, anyway, I think the fault that DJ Envy has, like, you gotta know, bro, like, if a nigga would choose a burger over your business, you can't take that. You can't partner with that, son. Like, for real.
serious.
This episode is gonna backfire on you,
This nigga's a fucking
SaVon.
joke.
Yeah,
Like, you're
it
a
is.
joke. Shut
is.
up.
Nah, but it's just him,
Shut
because why you
up.
do that to innocent people, bro?
That's what I
It's
wanted to say.
just
Stay right
him.
there. Stay right
I'm
there.
not talking about all people who gotta lose weight. We all gotta lose weight to a certain degree, maybe. Like, I feel that. So I'm not trying to generalize this. But when you take innocent people's money, like, I saw his victims. His victims look like my neighbors.
You did generalize it because you're like, yo, I can't trust fat people.
I can't trust that fat nigga.
He completely
So I'm gonna run it
generalized.
back. I'm gonna run it back because I already know how Instagram works.
see how they
Yo,
run.
Courtney, if you clip this nigga, but no, seriously, nah, bro, you gotta be able to. You have to have better judgment when you're in a position of power. Like great power comes great responsibility, and I think that's what DJ Envy lacks.
Yeah, like, did he vet him?
That's
No
we
one
don't
knows.
know. We have
No
no
one
I
knows.
guess,
idea.
yeah, that's what we're saying, I guess.
We
like,
have no idea. Like
Yeah.
sometimes, you know, again, I don't know Envy. I don't know his motives. I have no idea. But when you see an opportunity, sometimes opportunities are too good to be true.
Yeah.
And Yes.
Say that.
And this is why people run away, especially in our community. This is why we run away from potential opportunities that could help us.
Yeah.
When you see these financial gurus and these financial seminars and, hey, y'all, just pay $150 today. You're going to learn all of this. People on the other side of that are always like, yo, why are people so afraid to learn?
Yeah.
This is why our community is not financially literate, this and that. Yeah, man, because when they find people who they're comfortable enough with to maybe even start the journey, look at what happens. And I think that's the point to me that disappoints me the most with DJ Envy. He's a great father. I've basically grown up on his stuff, but I'm very disappointed at the fact that you didn't take into effect all of the innocent people and people with normal lives that have invested their money into this, yo. How do they not pop up in your brain as you're trying to get whatever you're trying to get? And I get it. I get the hell he's trying to die on. I didn't take no money. I just put them niggas on Breakfast Club. As if Breakfast Club is not
that's what
right.
Yeah.
As if Breakfast Club is not one of the most streamed platforms, especially in our culture, for interviews, etc. So that did disappoint me a lot.
And to co-sign him so publicly for like multiple times, like that is just like a big decision that he made to be like, okay, I'm gonna partner with this guy. I'm gonna put my name right next to his. And look at how shit ended up.
Yeah,
What you saying, Pierre?
sometimes there are people out there who fish. And fish in the sense of they find a weak link and then they try to attach to them and then try to, do whatever it is that they can do through them. I remember hearing the story of there was like a building, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a building that a lot of people, well-known people could have partnered in on. And I think they could have made, it was like $500 million or something like that. And then there was a call that was made to other famous people to get in also on the project. And then a few other of those other famous people. And Joe spoke about it too. I think Joe said he got a call to come in on the building. And then he said, no, it sounds too good to be true, in a long story short. So if I'm Envy, and of course hindsight is 2020, you got to ask yourself, okay, if this is such a good thing, how come everybody else isn't jumping at the opportunity?
Yo, I love that you brought that up,
good
man.
Point.
One of Caesar's selling points amongst people, and I think what made people so comfortable and quick to want to spend their money in his investments, he always led with, you would get a 30% return. Granted, I don't own any properties. I don't own any units yet. I do plan to do that one day, and I won't put out a fake seminar class for y'all niggas to go learn it. But if you do know anything about, just a little bit about that industry, a 30% return in less than a year is incredible.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's
not common.
It's not common.
Okay.
To get a 30% return
on anything.
On anything.
That's why I use
in a
FanDuel.
6-month period?
Because FanDuel is one of the few things in life. No, legit.
You don't use FanDuel. You use Underdog.
Underdog, all of these, like, Underdog specifically, I can make that return in a night if I do what I got to do the right way. You get what I'm saying? So that 30% in the real estate industry or stock industry, investments in general, it's more of a longer game. And so for somebody to say like that, I can understand why people, I'm not going to say a hopeless, because maybe they did have a little bit of hope. Because if you can give somebody $250,000, then you do got something going for you in some aspect. You may not be, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and all these celebrities, but if you have $200,000 to dispense as far as, hey, I am going to invest in, Fat Boy NJ. What's his nigga name? NJ something?
Flippin' NJ.
I thought it was Fat Boy NJ.
No,
Flippin'
Cesar
NJ.
Pina.
If you had enough to give him $250,000, then that means you had a little bit of motion on the side, or you saved up, you worked really hard to get to where you had to go.
And those are the rest of the people that were involved in this elaborate scheme.
That's why I don't feel bad.
No, I do feel bad.
No, for him.
No. Oh, okay.
For Caesar.
Got you.
You feel a little bad for Envy?
I don't feel bad for Caesar.
I don't feel bad. No bad for Envy.
Because
you got to take some accountability.
You're saying you feel bad for the victims?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I have empathy. I have a little bit of empathy for Envy.
What's that?
Because I think he appears to be overly ambitious in opportunity. And we're in a space to where, all of us have our vehicle, right?
Yeah.
Your vehicle is your job. My vehicle is my job. Regi, your vehicle is your job. but then all of us do something outside of our vehicle, outside of our job, to try to create opportunities and to try to
diversify
monetize
your portfolio. Yeah.
You know, so I think that real estate was his attempt at saying, yo, outside of this radio station, outside of music, outside of DJing, I want to find something that can create opportunities and wealth within my family and for my community. I do believe that was the true intention behind it.
Yeah, it was.
I think he just sourced the wrong person in Fat Boy Pena. That's where I think he went wrong.
I hear what you're saying.
So that's where the empathy comes in from, because I don't think his intentions and everything that he's shown me and he's spoken about, and you know, like, I have a real affinity for people who, you know, show love and respect for their family. And so no matter what you say about DJ Envy, however you feel about him, the one thing I think everybody can say across the board is he's about his family.
Yeah.
And so I don't believe that he would do anything to put his family or him in jeopardy of losing his family by doing something like this. So I think that the person that he sourced, that he trusted, put him in a compromising position. And he didn't do the due diligence. He didn't have the wherewithal to be like, let me do a little bit of homework on this. It just seemed like the opportunity was so good to be true. I jumped on it, and now I'm fucked.
Yeah. But I gotta give you some pushback on that a little bit, because I do feel what you're saying, right? Like, originally, it probably, you know, was curated from a very genuine place. And knowing that, yo, I do want to pivot away from not just doing radio, but expanding my portfolio. The thing is, and then in your new ventures, in its infancy stages, that is when your antenna should be up the most. And I could probably guarantee that in its infancy stages, Envy probably saw things that were a little bit like
red flags.
Yeah, I'm sure he saw some red flags. And then for him to start bringing more and more people are complaining. That's another thing. People are coming out of the woodworks and they have receipts.
Yeah.
I got a question for you when you're done.
Yeah, I'm listening to Pierre. Hit me.
So my question is, Envy said that Cesar made good on some of his investments. That he came back with a 30%, and there are also some people's stories that are also the same. My question is, let's say you endorse one of your friends. At what point are you responsible for their doings?
It depends on how much you're adding to that as well.
How
right?
involved I am.
Yeah, thank you, Reggie. It's different, Pierre, if I put one of my homies on and it's just him rocking now, and I'm not connected to that business anymore. But because of my cosign, people looking at me like, yo, bro, like, you put that person on. But then I could tell somebody that's complaining like, yo, that was just a shout out. I don't know internally. I don't work with him on a daily basis. He was with Flippin' NJ every single day. I used to see him it wasn't just the Breakfast Club. I would see these niggas on Instagram every other day. When you're with someone for that long, you start to realize its practices and what's really going on. Now, I know that's a fact. Now, to what Envy was saying, I'm sure he probably was a victim in some other things, some other investments. He speaks, well, this is Envy's retort. I've realized it now. Anytime people call him a liar on this matter, he goes, no, I've been scammed too. I invested into a school in Patterson that never blah, 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 blah. And I'm sure, Envy, maybe you didn't get your money back on that. But SaVon was just telling me on some plays where you did see some money. And that lack of accountability, that lack of awareness, that lack of care is very disappointing, because it makes you make people feel as if we're stupid. As if we can't piece things on our own. Come on, man. Come on, OG. Come on, OG.
He's just like straight up denying it in people's faces.
Straight up denying.
And then we're just like, Envy, like, you did this to us.
And it's like gaslighting in a way.
Nah, that's a fact. I would not have known that fat ass nigga if it wasn't for it.
Yeah, he's still.
I wouldn't have known that nigga.
Because there's a lot of people that try to do what he do, but he's the one that got the Envy cosign.
Absolutely, and that's big. That's so. Now back to the Breakfast Club. How is someone supposed to properly endorse other things now on that platform?
Yeah, it's tough.
How do you do it?
You gotta make sure they're extra, like,
because you gotta
salute
my nigga Charlemagne.
Shout out to Charlemagne.
That's the authentic.
I'm gonna shout out Charlemagne.
Balance.
You want to know why I want to shout out Charlemagne? his mental health expo that he just put on, and I think this is like his second.
I wanted to go. I missed it.
Yeah, you were supposed to go. You supposed to get some mental shit in there. Yeah, you supposed to get some mental expo.
Some mental shit, whatever.
Yeah, you supposed to go get some mental expo. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You supposed to go,
You too,
represent
though.
us.
Nah, you too though.
I ain't know when it was.
You ain't know?
Nah, I ain't know when it was. Well, I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna salute him for that event. It was completely free.
Yeah.
And that is something I respect. That shows me somebody intention, right, Reggie? It shows me somebody that says, "Hey,
like I really do want to help."
Yeah, I have the resources and funds to do it. I want to bring people out, and I'm gonna cover it because I can get a brand sponsorship to handle certain costs.
You know what?
I could use certain money to do what I want to do to make sure the community eats. I respect stuff like that. What happens?
That's a good point.
I gotta blame Charlamagne. I ain't gonna lie.
You gotta blame him? I was just bigging the nigga
out. No, listen. I'm not gonna lie to you. So what happens is this is what happens.
Yeah, shit on the nigga now.
No. I'm not shit on nobody. Never. That's my God. Shout out. Yeah. But from a grand scheme of things, Charlamagne. Ooh, this ain't gonna sound good.
It's not?
But I'm gonna say it. Charlamagne has carried the Breakfast Club for years. I don't
think that's a.
But I know a lot of people don't want to say it.
I feel like a lot of people think that.
I think people think that.
No, people think it, but people don't say it.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm gonna say it.
Got it.
I know. Whatever. Charlamagne has carried the Breakfast Club for a lot of years.
The irony how Envy's been carrying it as a recent.
Right.
Yeah.
He has not been carried. What I really, truly, thoroughly believe, Charlamagne was the first person that I could see, right? When it was Angela, when it was Envy, when it was Charlamagne, excuse me. Charlamagne found his lane, found his niche outside of the radio before anybody else. Going back to the Mental Health Expo, that has been his thing for a very long time. Charlamagne has written books that he has been on this wave of, I am not only going to exist within music and within radio for at least the last 6-7 years. When the lead person does that, it forces everybody else around him to start thinking like, oh shit, I gotta find my thing.
I see what you're saying.
I gotta do my thing next too. Oh wait, this nigga doing a book? Yeah. Oh wait, he's a #1 New York Times seller?
That's when Envy started getting
the nigga started probably scrambling. Oh shit, y'all know the 48 Riches? Like he started doing the candy paint with the lowriders and funk. Like niggas start scrambling when Beyonce drops a solo album. That's my theory. I don't know how true it is, but when Beyonce starts dropping, everybody else got to figure out what it is that they can or want to do outside of what it is that they do. Yeah. And I think that Envy decided that the car shows and real estate, that's going to be my thing. I'm just going to jump into it based on the currency. Based on being able
super
to
ambitious
and
with
being ambitious because my man over here, Beyonce's doing her thing.
Yeah,
Beyonce got a solo book coming on the way. Beyonce,
let me kind of get things moving on my end.
Let me make sure I get some motion on my end.
Yeah,
and it rushed the process of. And again, I have no information.
This is a theory.
This is just a theory.
So we speculate.
It feels like because Angela Yee, she started doing her thing too. She got a whole business with Styles P. Yee, true Capricorn shit.
Nah, Yee might have known.
She knew something was up.
Cause Yee do real estate. Shorty went and got her own syndicated show.
Period.
Shout out to Styles P too. They got the juices for life.
Yo, you got the juices for life, right?
Juices for life. Yes,
absolutely.
Yes,
I saw somebody mention that, like, man. Why didn't either one of them, and Charlamagne and Yee, want to get involved with some of that? With some of the investments,
just look
his
a
man
little
is
bit
right
different.
there.
It look a little bit different. Again, you gotta be careful when you sit next to a nigga that looks like a 0.
Wait,
you can't be a #10 when you stand with a nigga. Envy was the 1, he was the 0. The 1 and the O, the skinny and the fat. You gotta be careful when you stand because when them niggas was coming up the escalator.
You saying that both of them combined is 10?
Nigga, they was doing videos coming up the escalator.
Just
and I'm like,
DJ Envy.
Oh shit.
I don't know where his brain be going sometimes.
It's mind-boggling.
Who thinks of that type of shit?
Because you can't be standing. Don't stand me if you that fat, nigga.
Are you saying that DJ Envy and Cesar Pina flipping NJ next to each other make 1 and 0 10?
Because Envy lost mad weight. The nigga look good now. He be doing the bikes and shit, taking care of his family. Like I seen him running routes with his I promise you, this is not a shot at Envy. This is all towards the #0.
Envy,
I don't respect it, bro.
I would like to see.
I don't respect it. Go scam some people that don't look like you.
Yeah. Not
Go
for
do
nothing.
that. And then maybe I might have a little bit of empathy.
Yeah, word.
Maybe. I will never respect a scammer. I will never respect anybody who deceives people out of their hard-earned money. Now, I don't know the people that he was scamming, but I know from what I do know, they look like me. They sound like me. They sound like my neighbors. They look like my neighbors. They look like the community of the people that I know. The only reason you was even able to reach those people is because they look like us.
He probably mad because Tyrese ain't want to invest. That's probably the real reason why he was mad at
Tyrese wanted to invest in some other shit.
and box him in the mouth.
He was trying to invest.
He want to box him in the mouth.
I don't know.
I would like to see some accountability and some maturity from DJ Envy. You know, I really do like seeing.
It's not a shot of envy for me.
Nah, it's not a shot of envy at all. We're just talking about what's going on. If y'all niggas don't do this shit, we don't talk about it. Me and my niggas not in no real estate Rico. We just talking freely. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, gangster, we not. All right.
We're reacting to what he said.
That's what he said. I would love to see some accountability and maturity for somebody I respect in this space.
That's not gonna happen.
I know it's not gonna happen, Pierre, because he's got a lawyer now and he's got a legal team and they're advising for him what to do and this and that. But going forward, that credibility takes a hit.
I agree.
And it's tough.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I mean, to that Charlemagne point though, that SaVon made of him just being too lit, and then it caused Envy to like inadvertently do this. I'm just thinking right now, like I'm so glad the three of us have like our own passions because that will never happen to us.
I don't count.
Alex is
Nah, Pierre
music
does
man.
more.
He's a music encyclopedia.
Hey.
SaVon is Mr. Sportsman, winning like 8 bands on FanDuel
And
every
Mr.
week.
Potter.
And me, I'm just a girl. You know what I'm saying? So,
I love that
and so we'll always have our own lane. If Alex like takes off or something, that won't make me spiral and do some shit like this. So.
Not at all.
Damn, Reggie
Not
said
at
I
all.
don't count.
Nah, Pierre, we know what you do, nigga. NFL, you train niggas, you shoot multiple cameras. Who you was with last week? Say it on mic. Who you was with?
Joe, I can't say that yet.
See,
my
look,
fault.
he can't even
Wow.
talk about his accomplishments.
So why you bring it up?
Word.
Yeah, I can't even bring up your accomplishments, nigga. Fuck
Mute
out
up,
of
my
here.
boy. Mute up.
Mute up, my boy. You know what I'm saying? But I am interested to see how this advances itself. I don't think this is a conversation that's going to end anytime soon.
Me either.
Some people are speculating, will he lose his job? Is it going to go?
Is it gonna go that bad?
Yo,
I don't know. We don't know. And I don't hope that for
I don't
anybody.
hope that
I don't
on
hope
nobody.
that.
On nobody.
But y'all know where my
But-
smoke is at. My smoke is aimed at one person. And until Envy can be proven to, be complicit and be a part of that, then my smoke won't be focused there. But I have to have smoke for anybody who deceived and robbed and stole.
I agree.
Like there's a lot. There's a few things. There's like, there's a few people in the world that I just can never respect, and like people who prey on the innocent.
Yeah.
I can't respect that.
And not for nothing.
I can't respect it.
I
And then
don't-
when your brother got chains and your brother trying to flip things and you telling people, oh, let me give you a chain instead of giving you the money I owe you. Like, you're a piece of shit, bro.
Wait, we didn't mention when somebody called him looking for their investment money, and they pulled up with some bust down chains. Said, "Hold that."
It's a car dealer.
He suggested
A
this
car
is the
dealer,
compass.
yeah.
Yeah, this is
this story is
compensation.
wild.
Like, it's just a lot. And again, it's all alleged. I want to protect us here on this
Yeah,
podcast.
all alleged.
All alleged.
All
Let's make
alleged.
sure we see how everything develops.
Absolutely.
Prayers.
But yeah, shout out to the number 10.
Prayers.
Shout out to
Yo.
Messi, my nigga Messi. He's doing great things.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Messi, number 10. With that, yo, Alex, I told you off air,
Yeah.
I do have an album of the year. You wanted to guess.
Oh, man, I think I
Speaking
know
of
what it
Messi,
is.
you said it was Bad Bunny. I don't know if you're right. I don't know if you're wrong.
I think I'm wrong on Bad Bunny. I think it's the
Who else would it be?
I think it's the Offset album.
Oh.
I saw.
Oh, really?
I saw,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That Offset album is
Fire.
ridiculous.
Yo, track 1 got me, bro.
Track 1. Ooh.
Album of the mother
Really?
fucking year.
You got it over
Rap album.
Rap album. So you got it over for all the dogs.
Yes.
You got
Wait,
it.
Yo, stop saying that.
That's the version I
It's
got.
Fat D.
When I get that version, send it. I don't got that.
You
version.
got, bro, you heard Fat
Nah,
D.
remember how I told you my phone will be.
What's
up.
your favorite song off that shit?
Or for all the dogs?
How you spell that?
Huh?
How you spell for all
FORALL.
Alright, how you spell the acronym?
D-O-G-S.
Huh? How you spell the acronym?
FATD.
for- Huh?
FATD. FATD.
You made him snort.
FATD.
It's FAT. It's bro.
What happened?
FAT. Alright, you got it. I think it's over that. I think it's over that.
You got it over Utopia?
Yes.
I'm only just bringing out big albums of the year and shit.
For sure.
Wow. Okay, so another long project, right? I think the Offset album was about 21, 23 songs.
And I think
same ballpark.
18 out of 22 songs or whatever it is.
You liked?
Phenomenal.
Ooh.
I ain't gonna lie.
Phenomenal.
Yo, I'm mad excited when SaVon likes something.
Me too. This nigga be
He hates
everything.
all the music.
Yo, that's a great album.
It is. And I went into it.
Great album.
I went into it with no expectations.
Right?
His album sounds like, you know when artists say, "Yeah, I wanted to take my time." Like,
Yeah.
it sounds like a nigga that had a finished product at a point, but actually took his time and was like, you know what? Let me kind of refine things that I like, that I don't like here. And I do want to start going into projects with that no expectations.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was really refreshing. I enjoyed it.
Yep.
I think my favorite song, Bust My Watch. And I think for me, what stood out personally, the importance to know when to work with different production.
Right.
That is what stood out for me on this
Yeah.
project. You know, he's known for always going back to Metro and Southside. And he did go to Metro and Southside on this project, but it's only 2 records. And I just heard Offset on beats and sounds that I've never heard from him before.
That's good.
Yeah. And it really
growing.
he's growing.
And me, like, as you know, as a journalist, what I really appreciated about this was he had a good old fashioned rollout. Like the promotion,
Got you.
the streams, just like organically people like talking about him. And now look at now everybody tuned in and
Yeah.
he had a great
What
week. And I'm happy.
What got me that I was like, nah, I gotta listen in is when he did the I think it was a 24 or 48 hours with Alive with Kai.
Yeah,
That was
Stream.
so much fun.
Yeah. All of it worked. Like the marketing actually
Yeah,
worked.
and the people that got people to tune into like him as a person because
Yeah.
his personality shines so much, and then the music actually like backed it up. It was a
Yeah.
perfect storm. You know?
I didn't see a lot of complaints around this album.
Yeah,
It's
same.
also projected to sell about 85 right now. I think I saw Academics post that. It's projected to sell around 85 first week. And just for people that don't know, that is really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Especially because the numbers have taken a hit in terms of how streams are collected and how album sales are netted and stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you what I expected. Those mid-level rap artists, for a good project, 40, 45, 50.
Yeah.
So for
These
him
days-
to almost probably eclipse 85, that is very impressive. It looks as if he connected to exactly who he wanted to connect to.
Yeah.
And that, yeah.
And he said on
Offset?
this project, this was the first time he got an A&R
Ooh,
and
he did
actually
say that.
listened to what they were saying. Yeah.
He did say that. So he brought back the importance of an A&R. He brought back the importance of knowing when to switch up production.
And it shows.
Right? So it kind of sounds like he went back to the
Yeah.
drawing board. I saw Bow Wow tweet this week. He says, yo, can we bring artist development back
Yeah.
to the music industry?
Yeah.
And to his point, I don't know if it is artist development, but just the care for these new art. You see these new art, we complain about them rapping over their dub voice on the vocals, and they go out on these interviews and they're not media trained.
Yeah.
Just the small things to come back is what I do want to see. But this Offset album, I think it's gonna stick around. I like it a lot.
Did you guys?
Offset he's an artist. He's an actual artist.
He Michael
he's not
Jackson.
just a rapper. He's an actual.
He be dressing like Michael Jackson.
He's not Michael.
My fault. He be dressing like him. My fault.
He does, but he's an actual artist, and I think he cares about the craft, and I think he cares about the art. And I want to say rest in peace to Takeoff,
Here,
because they always talk about how they were students of hip hop prior to just getting into rap,
in the shows.
right? And so when you study the industry, it shows. And I think this album, it just sounds good. It sounds
It does.
everything that we claim to want from Drake, he put in this. He put vulnerability.
Do explain.
He put club hits. He was transparent. The production value was there. I think it was cohesive. I think the collaborations made sense. Like for me,
You about to piss me off.
I could piss you off. What you want to do?
About to piss
What
me
do you
off.
want to do?
Nah, it's a good place to do it because it's a podcast.
What do you want to do?
You about to piss me off, bro.
Go for it.
The content wasn't the same content Drake was talking about?
Talking about Takeoff, talking about how that situation affected him, talking about being a father, talking about being a husband. No,
Wait, hold on. You talking about Father of Four or this new shit he just dropped?
He alluded to it. He alluded to it.
Okay.
He alluded to it.
So now I take you back to For All the Dogs when what's the song? Away From Home. Mm-hmm. Have you spun that album, that song again?
Nah.
I think everything you just mentioned was in that song because it was a recap of everything he's been going through. And a lot, like the hook on that is I remember, and he goes into talking about times of things where he remembers things. But we only got it on one song, and maybe I need to re-listen. The Offset just sounded like straight turn up for the kids, for the clubs. The joint with Don Toliver was for the girls a little bit, for the women. Yeah. I'm looking for that.
It just sounds good.
It just okay.
You got him. SaVon's like, okay, you got me. It just sounds great.
Bro, like,
it
just sounds good. It sounds like a good project. It sounds like somebody listened to it more than one time.
Bust my watch.
It sounds good.
Hey.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
He's a seasoned, Offset is really a seasoned vet at this point.
I'm happy for him.
He's like a vet. So
really
he learned
happy for
everything
him.
and he applied it.
I liked his interview with Bobby. Did you
Bobby
guys watch
Altoff?
that? Yeah, did you guys watch that?
Yeah, I caught some of it.
Yeah, so he basically was trolling her.
Yeah.
It was good to see. It was a good watch.
And the internet, they was on his side after that interview, right?
Yeah.
It looked like, Offset stood up for all of the people that should have stood up for themselves when they visited.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the separation from Quavo.
It really does feel like a separation this time around.
And it may be a little bit sensitive to talk about it because of the circumstances.
Right.
So again, I started out this conversation saying, rest in peace to Takeoff, because the Migos, they are synonymous. We will never be able to take them apart from each other. Mm-hmm. But there was a time where the industry, where the labels, where the people was trying to push Quavo as the one.
Oh, for sure. He was the
like
hook. He was the hook man.
The Beyonce
he was
of the group.
lead.
Yeah, he was the hook man.
The Beyonce. He was the hook. Whatever it is, he was the marketable. All of that, right? He had the relationship with Saweetie, and it just seemed like the industry was trying to push him as the one. He had all the features on everybody's albums at that time. So it felt like that. I always believed that Offset was the one for me, and I think Takeoff was the most lyrically inclined.
Got you.
Personally.
Got you.
It's just my personal opinion.
We all got faves.
And Offset was always my favorite. And so I'm happy to see him getting this moment, and I'm happy to hear him and see him, and not only being attached to the Migos, but being a solo artist and feeling and looking like a solo artist.
Actually, we learned a lot about his personality during this rollout.
Yeah.
Right?
People love it.
To kind of add separation to him and Quavo, like, I learned a lot, and I like that I learned a lot, because I'm like, okay, cool. Now, not only can I like your music, but I can like you as a person. Yeah. So I
like that Offset is having his like spotlight moment, because I know, well, I don't want to say like I know, but we know that him and Quavo are good right now. Like, they have said it millions of times. They're like, oh, we're still brothers. So knowing that, it makes it easier to be like, okay, we're so happy for you, Offset. We're happy for you, Quavo, because there's no longer that like really bad tension that they had like last year or 2 years ago. So everything is good with them.
Hey man, good music is gonna always prevail. I'm very happy it's projected to do 85. That is very impressive.
In 2023, that's good.
That is very good in 2023. I know before, back in the day, if you ain't do 100, if you ain't sell at least 100, it was a flop. Not these days.
Yeah.
Not these days. These days, 45 to 50 is a really good project. So salute to Offset.
That's legit my album of the year. Personally.
Wow. No.
Personally,
I'm not mad at that.
Album of the year.
I enjoy a lot of songs
Offset.
on there.
I'm not mad at that.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Yeah.
This Drake album getting better as I listen. I was telling Reggie before you walked in, the more I've listened to it, and this week, after we've done a review, please go check out our last episode where we reviewed the Drake album. I think you might like it. It sounds more and more just like a Drake album. Like, I'm fully there. Like, okay, this is literally just Drake. Yeah, you want to know how I know I like it? I'm waking up in the morning and want to start it from track 1. Now, I don't say I run it straight through, but I do start from track 1 and I go right to my favorites, and I've been doing that subconsciously. So I think it's up there for me. I don't know if I still got the Diddy album up there for me in terms of what I really like this year. Let's see where For All the Dogs kind of lands up.
Even after the Keith D arrest.
Yeah, Keith D, yeah.
You're still bumping that Diddy album with the same ears.
Oh, I'm bumping on Max.
Okay, all right.
On Max,
Just making sure.
on the big speakers.
Just making sure.
On the big.
I just gotta check the temperature.
That shit bumping.
The verdict on that is not out yet.
Yeah, I'm bumping love.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. So you
bumping
still rocking with Drake?
I'm still rocking with the
A
Drake
week
album,
after,
and
a
it's
few
getting
days
better
after.
to me.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Reggie,
getting
how
better
about
to
you?
me.
I feel like you liked it from the start, though.
You did?
I was confused at the start, Reggie, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I was kind of confused. I didn't know where I kind of stood on it.
Yeah,
but
I've been
did
bumping
like
it
some
since
songs.
day one.
Oh, shit.
I just play it like, yeah, I don't see any
It's
issues
good.
with it.
Yeah.
It's good music.
I don't think it's his best album, but I think
yeah.
the critiques were like a little dramatic.
I'll give you some songs that grew on me.
Okay.
Since we are discussing the album.
I can't get over Calling for You.
Yeah.
I can't get it. Like,
That beat
that's
is
my,
tough.
when I listen, like, that's
for you.
yeah, I can't get
That
over
shit
that
is hard.
Yeah, that
okay.
one is-
that was a favorite for me to start. The songs that grew on me as of recent, BBL Love. Come on, man. You don't love is just like a BBL. You won't know until you feel it.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
What if you have a really good doctor though,
You still gotta feel that shit.
and it feels natural?
Still
Those
gotta
are the
feel
best ones.
Yeah.
So that song really grew for me. The beginning of the Bad Bunny song is not that bad.
It's not that
but
bad.
when he does the flow switch, and me mom can't need ya. When he gonna do
Me not wanna
me not
leave ya.
wanna leave ya. When he start doing me not wanna leave ya.
I think the song by
it's out
itself, out of the context of the album, like the song, if he dropped it by itself, I feel like it would have been lit.
with that first beat, whatever he was doing on that first part before Bendito hopped on.
Nah, it's just the enunciation for me that was kind of off.
The enunciation. All right, so yeah, BBL Love, Away From Home, I'm standing on that. That's the
like that
most important record on the album.
That's my favorite one.
I like that.
Yeah,
Not mad
he
at
got
that.
into a lot. He got into a lot.
I like
Not
tracks
mad at
that talk about struggle.
You like okay? You come from the trenches. You're a trench baby.
I don't know about that.
You just like struggle.
It has to do with sports because sports you got to work hard to see results and all that stuff. So.
That's true, P. That's true. All right, man. I like it, man.
And also shout out to J. Cole.
yeah.
Shout out to J. Cole. Reggie, I feel like you would appreciate this news.
But this is just
Tell the news.
Oh, sorry. So J. Cole finally got his first #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 because a first-person shooter on Drake's album.
Do it.
And although it's amazing, are you playing?
No.
Although it's amazing, it's a shame that it took him like 2 decades to get this, but whatever.
And he was.
We'll take it.
He was battling Yeet.
Yeah.
Hey, not for nothing. Drake really proved his point with that battle this week of what was going to be the Billboard #1. Was it going to be the J. Cole record from a highly astute rapper who's been doing this for years, highly respected, he has platinum albums, versus somebody that they would call For the Kids in a Yeet? And to see them battle it out to the last hour, I ain't gonna lie, man. His point was proved. Not for nothing.
Can I give you my theory?
Sure,
On
sure.
this whole Michael Jackson thing.
Oh, sure. You mean like him tying Michael Jackson for 13
Yeah,
#1 billboards, the most
yeah,
of all time?
yeah. In his Instagram, he posted Michael Jackson. Now, obviously, anytime you get mentioned in a conversation with Michael
MJ.
Jackson, from a music standpoint,
Pierre,
you're
calm
doing
down.
great things. Like, despite what Pierre thinks,
Yeah, Pierre hates Michael Jackson. For those of you that
I
don't
didn't
know.
say I hate him.
despite your bias, your
Okay.
uninformed, disgusting music taste, despite Pierre and
We
all
like
of
the
that
same
bullshit
artists.
that he comes with.
We like the same artist, so one in particular. So let me not expose you, but go ahead.
You're not gonna name drop?
Go ahead. I'm gonna save him today. Go ahead.
Despite anything that you may feel, Michael Jackson is the bar when it comes to music, when it comes for quality, when it comes for accolades.
Don't tell that to Prince though.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Prince. R.I.P. He might be turning in his grave. The facts is the facts. Yeah. You should have took the assless chaps off. You should have put the glove on.
Shout out to
You
Prince.
get what I'm saying? I'm just like, the bar is the bar. I don't believe that Drake became so focused on Michael Jackson until his beef with Kanye West. Because
Really?
since Kanye West has came out, he's always compared himself to Michael Jackson, to Steve Jobs, to Walt Disney. In particular in music, Michael Jackson has always been the person that Kanye West has wanted to trump. And I feel it's a slight, again, it's an accomplishment. There's nothing wrong with wanting to surpass the greats. But I feel like Drake hasn't really put focus on Michael Jackson until he had some kind of smoke and static with Kanye West. Because of Kanye's...
I didn't know he had an affinity for Michael Jackson. I really didn't
If you
know that.
listen to Kanye
Really?
West...
I've heard him say Walt Disney and Steve Jobs.
When it comes to music, Kanye West has associated and put himself, or has wanted the acclaim of a Michael Jackson since the beginning of time. Legit. Go back to it. Listen to it. Go watch his documentary on Netflix.
Oh yeah,
it's
I watched that
documented
shit.
there. Like it's Michael Jackson. You might have been on that gumbo.
On that gumbo. Shout out to Gumbo. Shout out to Luca
on that gumbo pack.
Hey, interview coming soon.
But I believe there's a subtle slight to Kanye West whenever he references his accomplishments and compares it to Michael Jackson. Because Kanye West has always set Michael Jackson as the bar, as somebody that he strived to be.
That's a good point that I'm going to pay attention to. Do you
pay attention to that? Pay attention.
Do you put any stock into the streaming era versus Michael's era in terms of number one sold, right? Just hear me out here, because maybe I'm a little slow, even though I love music and I'm pretty well researched and all of this shit. If it takes however many streams just to get one counted as an album sale, doesn't it still make it a little bit harder to sell a lot, if that makes sense? You see where I'm coming from?
I think isn't the argument that it's easier to get big numbers when in streaming because you could just press play?
Yeah.
Whereas like Michael Jackson's
you have
era,
to go buy the physical one
you
time.
have to go out and buy
sense.
the album and sell like a million CDs.
Sense.
So I think that's the argument. I'm not saying it is easier because now with streaming there's like so much more competition too.
You just debunked
It's just a lot of nuance to it. There really is no answer.
Nah, but thank you for debunking that for me. You're right, because a person can continue to stream and numbers can continue to go up. Back then, you buy one physical or you keep buying physicals from the store to account for a sale. So
it's quality over quantity.
I understand. Yeah, I understand.
That's what Michael Jackson is quality.
You trying to say Drake is not quality?
Quality music. I'm not. No, Drake got some quality music, sure.
Nah, I'm back
no,
up
he
a little
does.
bit. I'm back up a little bit.
He got some quality music. I ain't trying to knock Drake. Like, he's him. Yeah. Like, I know a lot of Drake's discography, and I'm a fan of Drake. I'm not trying to knock Drake at all. But the quality of Michael Jackson's music, the timelessness of Michael Jackson's music, it just translates generations, and it will until the end of time. And I think Drake has a certain number of songs that may, but Michael Jackson is just undeniable. And for him to do that in that era is a much bigger impact than anybody doing it today due to the accessibility of it. I wake up every single day to a device that can give me every single song that I've ever wanted to listen to.
That convenience.
When it came to Michael Jackson, when it came to the artists of the previous generations, I had to wake up, I had to go to a record store, I had to purchase it, I had to listen to it, I had to love it, I had to talk about it from word of mouth. There was no social media. There wasn't even a newspaper column that said, hey, listen to this Michael Jackson album. This was organic, authentic feeling of music. So that's where I think Drake kind of loses. I don't want to say the credibility. It's just it's the times. It's the times we're in. Like,
but I ain't gonna lie,
it's not a knock to him.
Drake, it's not a knock to him, right? Drake was a part of the. He still caught some of that era.
Nah, he did. He did.
He wasn't like.
But
he
Mike
had to
is just
adjust.
different. Mike is just different, bro.
Not even close. Not even close.
Not even close.
He didn't have the same accolades as what Michael has when it was still physicals being sold. Yeah, it's way different. Way different.
Way different. But shout out to Drake. Like, I'm not trying to take anything away from him.
But shout out to Offset.
Because what it is that he's doing, in fact, what it is that he's done is incredible. But I just think it's levels to this shit. And when it comes to Michael Jackson, nobody's going to be able to catch that ghost because we're never going to be in a time of you have to purchase this to get this feeling.
Yeah.
I don't got to purchase anything. All I got to do is pay $7.99 a month and I can listen to whatever I want to listen to.
Unlimited.
So that's how I felt about that
conversation. Yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
What you want to get into?
Wale's on the way.
Yes, really quick. Let's talk about Wale. Shout out to Wale. Just say hello to Wale.
Yeah, please.
Please. Need to know fans. Tag Wale. Let him know that we miss him as a podcast.
Yeah.
He's appreciated, and we are happy to know that he's dropping very, very soon.
Yeah.
He announced that his silence has been golden, but now it's ending. He's officially coming back this Friday. By the time you listen to this, the next day we're going to have some Wale. And the response to it has been like overwhelmingly positive. Like everyone's like, yo, Wale's fucking back.
You see what
Real
happens?
music is back.
You see what happens when you go away for a while? People start to miss you.
But that's what I've always been on the, you know how everyone's like, we appreciate Drake because he drops every single year. I've always been on the side like, yo, you don't have to drop every year. Like, we're still going to love you.
We're still going to love you regardless. Building that anticipation.
Yes.
It makes people forget about why you put a bad taste in their mouth maybe in the first place. It gets erased. They go, wait, it's been a minute. Like, you got some new flock. You got some new heat. Let it fly. But we got any voicemails today?
Yes, we do. You
Shout out to
want
Wale.
to talk to the people about how we could get these voicemails?
Yeah, please. Oh, shit. Oh, hey, y'all. Shit. Are we connected?
Oh, yes, we got the voicemails connected. But if you're interested in talking to us in any capacity, you can head over to our Patreon.
I just realized
that is patreon.com. It's all good, brother.
I looked at the back room.
I know.
I looked at the back room like, is the Bluetooth not connected? My fault. I was looking at them like, hey, y'all.
It is all good. Each and every week, we want to talk to y'all. We want to hear from y'all. We want to connect with y'all. We want to build with y'all. We want to link with y'all. We want to do all those things with the audience. So last week, we had a really, really dope voicemail.
Yeah.
This week, we got a really, another intuitive kind of voicemail, and it's for the four of us. Pierre, I know you be feeling left out. The person that called in this week,
I heard it.
He did not leave you out.
I heard it.
So
Shout
I
out to
need
him.
you to, just embrace us a little bit more, Pierre. All right? Give us a little bit more grace.
Pierre,
I'll start doing it when you start wearing headphones, but continue.
You know what? Anyway.
That was a good comeback.
That was good.
We do have a voicemail message this week. I would love to play it for y'all, and we will respond. Let's do it.
Let's do it, man.
What's good, Need to Know family? This is a question for everybody. I really want to hear everybody take, even Pierre take on this because we're in the same lane. I'm a sports videographer and photographer, and I'm killing it. I've been killing it. I got the opportunity to do a few college games these past few weeks. Even the college content creators been hitting me up. It's like, man, I love your work. I love what you do. So my question for y'all is, how do I take my craft to the next level? And like, how did y'all take y'all craft to the next level? Like, what's some stuff that y'all did like in-house, like that made you take your game to the next level? Either getting a radio job, journalistic job, or even how did y'all take Need to Know to the next level? Like, let me know.
Pierre, I think you should go first.
So for me, it kind of starts off by just falling madly in love with the craft. And then from there, as long as you're a good person and you believe in yourself and you're never too high on yourself and you're never too low, I think any room or any area that you venture into, you'll wind up doing yourself a huge favor by making connections and, just doing dope stuff. One of the things I've always started off by going into with my videography work and just being a creative in general is I've always like set a high standard. So I've always wanted to be like the stuff that I do to look like a Nike commercial or something like that. And then I also went above that and I said, you know what? My goal shouldn't just stop at being like Nike or shooting stuff like Nike. I wanted to be better than Nike. And the reason why that is because any room that I would from that point on enter into, I would never just want to add to whatever's going on. I want to be an integral part of it. So kind of like the theory of shoot for the stars, shoot for the stars, land on the moon kind of thing. So you always want to excel. You always want to, be a good person at heart and just believe in yourself and never get too full of yourself, because it is the kind of profession where, you could do good and, your stuff is dope, and then you just get too high on yourself to where people won't want to work with you. And the last thing I would say is, you always got to make sure your work speaks for itself. Yeah.
That's real. I like that a lot.
Basically, like, make sure your intentions are always good, because no matter who you meet, like, you're going to get the best opportunities, Pierre, because, like, you said, like, always, just put your best foot forward, basically.
Yeah.
My advice is don't do it alone. I don't know like what your situation is. Like, I just know you're a videographer, and like I know a lot of videographers pretty much like they are doing it on their own, like on some freelancer shit. But I would say when I think of Need to Know, like what took us to the next level is like how much we emphasize like, like we need to be a team. Like we have to be a team. Like and we've spoken a lot about Karen, like the latest member to our team, our producer. Like he does a lot for us, and that has let like us be like, we all do a lot of things in the background, but like us be like hosts, and like SaVon and Alex focusing on being like the best on-air talent they could be, because they were doing like a million things in the background, and now we have him. And I feel like just investing in like, I need like, if I'm not good at social media, I'm gonna have like someone help me with that. That is really what took us from here. Like we were doing good, but then that is what really, when we really saw the growth, when we were like, wait, let's all work together and as a unit.
Well said, Reggie. Well said. For me, I would just say complacency is the devil, and understand what you want to be a part of and what you don't want to be a part of. Once you figure out those two things, you literally start to carve out your lane. because now you know exactly what to work towards and what lane or what street to kind of go by. So for me, you know, it's a balance, right? You also want to feel like you're resting, but you're not staying complacent. The thing about complacency in industries where there's a lot of people that do what you do, you can get forgotten about.
And it's so fast paced.
It's so fast paced, you know? So just keeping that balance of like, I love the fact that he mentioned that, you know, I got college people reaching out to me, understanding what you want to be a part of within that lane while still doing the work. I think a lot of the time people forget that the success is the work, is the 10,000 hours. You know, we are nothing without the work.
Yeah.
The work is what gets us there. So just understanding and keeping that in the back of your mind.
That's good.
Yeah.
Sacrifice and consistency. I think without those two things, if you don't implement those two things and the things that you love, then you won't get the results that you want to yield. It takes a lot of sacrifice to be able to tell people no. It takes a lot of sacrifice to be able to take away from the things that you want to do.
Yeah.
And even relationships, friendships, whatever it is, sacrifice has been the number one thing for me. I know I sacrifice so much, and even monetarily. Then you might have to make a decision to, do I want to invest in this equipment or do I have to pay a bill? And that's a tough decision.
Yeah.
That ain't no joke. You get what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
we not talking about, do I want to go to a
He
party
talking.
and then do I want to pay for the, no.
He talking.
It's, do I want to pay a bill or do I want to invest in something that I think will take me to that next level? So I think sacrifice is definitely step one.
Yeah.
And then I think consistency. There's been plenty of weeks where I've came to this podcast and I felt like, why? There has.
No, because us three, like me, Alex, and you're like, damn, really?
Like, they know.
Tell us
y'all
how you
know,
really
like,
feel.
I'm
I
gonna
know.
be
No,
out.
that's
Y'all
why
know
we had
what
to
it
take.
is.
Yeah, we had to take that break. That's why I mentioned like now you can focus more on being like on air talent. Like whereas like before, these two were doing everything.
Like, legit.
yeah.
It just
I
becomes
ain't
a
here to
lot.
bullshit y'all niggas. I ain't here to lie to you.
Yo, no, he gave us 90 days to get this shit together. Like literally, guys. Like
Facts.
Oh shit! I'm fucking.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
But yes, consistency, sacrifice. Those are the two main ingredients to what I believe success will grant you.
I love that.
So yeah, that was a great question.
That was a great question.
and
yeah,
shout
he had
out.
a little southern twang, like
A little
little accent, you know what
Southern
I'm
drawl.
I ain't
Little
mad at
southern
that.
draw on it. All right, man. We about to get out of here, right?
Yeah, I
All
think
right,
so.
cool.
I think so.
Let me just end y'all on a what you need to know. I've been doing these fun facts. We've been having a lot of guests and things have been moving around, but
Yeah,
I
I
do
miss
want to.
them.
Yeah, those little quirky events. What I did want to get into today is we spoke briefly about Billboard. So I wanted to talk about its name and its inception. It was founded in 1894. Billboard originally got its name from Billboard advertisements for live entertainments like carnivals and fairs. It started publishing musical charts in the 1930s and launched its signature Hot 100 in 1958. And by the 1960s was exclusively covering music. So yeah, just a little background on these Billboard charts. I like to kind of talk about things that you thought you knew, but you didn't know, and that's kind of what we do well here. Even with our guests, you know, sometimes we bring guests
like
on.
we know them, but
Yeah,
do you
really know them?
Yeah.
Right.
And like we all know Billboard, but did you know that?
Did you really know that? Right. So it's a little fun fact for y'all. Keep the mind stimulated. You know what I'm saying? It's been a great conversation here today.
It really has.
Yeah.
And I'm upset I didn't like find a way to
There you go.
involve this into the conversation.
What happened?
Soft launches, a soft launch versus a hard launch when it comes to relationships and when it comes to being single.
I was waiting for you to bring that shit up, but you didn't. So
I'm gonna leave it right here. It's just gonna be quick because Naomi Osaka, right?
Big hate.
World-renowned
Yeah.
tennis player,
Yeah.
super amazing at
my
what
cousin.
it is that she does.
Save it.
She tweeted something today, and we all know she's dating Cordae. Cordae.
Rapper Cordae.
I don't know how to feel about Cordae, but they are
That's
dating.
hate.
Damn.
No, that's hate.
That's hate.
I said I don't know how to feel about
That's
it.
hate.
That's hate.
Yeah.
Why
If
even
you
say
go out
that?
to eat and you eat some food and you're like, I don't know how to feel about that. That's hate.
That means you hate the food.
That means the food is in.
You're indifferent about it.
Anyway, he's in. But
Oh,
You see,
shoot.
that's
Naomi
hate.
Osaka
Oh.
tweeted today. She said, I just want someone that will watch the sunset with me.
Wait.
Now listen.
wait.
She hasn't tweeted in about a month. She just wants somebody to watch the sunset with her.
Those better be some lyrics.
I don't know what that is. Maybe it is a lyric. That's a great point. It could be a lyric. But it felt like a soft launch to being single to me.
They launching the breakup? Damn, man.
Probably not. We're just talking shit. I think, didn't they just have a kid?
Yes.
Wait, what she said? She said she wants somebody
she's
to.
pregnant. I know she's pregnant. I don't know if she had already, but like.
She said she wants somebody to watch the song.
But it's tricky because
Read that shit.
because those were it's like beautiful, you know. We don't know if she's just saying that.
It could be his lyrics.
Nah, let me tell y'all something about. Let me tell y'all
something. It could be his lyrics.
That's a bat signal.
He just got a new song out, and I'm gonna check it. But let me tell you something about women. Huh?
No, I can always tell when like a woman's going through something by the way she tweets.
When women end the sentence with a period.
Tough.
I know it sounds like just it's punctuation. I know. Reggie's a journalist, so she's looking at me 9 types of crazy. She's like, Alex, punctuation.
No. When people put when they text us, when they put a period, I'm like, what the fuck?
When they put that period, you did tell me you didn't like that shit. She did say that in the group chat. Reggie, she definitely did. As hell. She be scared when people do.
I'm like,
I know what that little dot mean. That dot means listen. I am upset here. And I'm tweeting this because I don't really want to say this, but I'm going to say this to be cordial, so I'm going to end on a period. So it might be something there, man. Wow, they soft launching breakups.
I hope they're together, though. They have a kid together.
Man. There's a soft launch to, like, the relationships.
Sometimes niggas don't want to watch the sun with you, though.
And a soft launch.
Nah, sometimes niggas be good people, and they just don't want to watch the sun with you.
Get us out of here, bro. All right, yo, just take us home.
Prayers.
Just take us home.
This has been the Need to Know podcast. What you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. We gonna see y'all later.
All right,
gang.
And yo, go check out the number 10, please. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When you get to 9, please make sure you think of my nigga Caesar. Shout out to, fuck that nigga, man.